And with a minute 44 to go before we start this fun occasion here, second ball game for the Colony Cougars 2019 campaign here at Tommy Briggs Stadium. Still have time to get here. Watch a great game between the Colony Cougars and Frisco Reedy Lions. And it's a little warm tonight, but it should start cooling off as soon as that sun goes down. We should get it down to, let's call it a balmy 90. And the Reedy Lions now have taken the field. Man, they got some big ones over there, boys. And again, last year was a wake-up call for the Colony Cougars in Frisco. We'll see what happens here at Tommy Briggs Stadium tonight as your Cougars get ready to scrap it out with the Lions. We're gonna take a break here for the national anthem as these kids get ready to hear that, and then we'll get this ball game started.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the top end of Tommy Briggs Cougar Stadium. Would everyone please rise, gentlemen, remove your hat, as the Colony High School Junior ROTC Honor Guard raises the national colors, and the Colony High School Marching Band plays our national anthem.
And we get ready here to Reedy will be kicking off the Colony Cougars. They'll get the ball here in the first half. Reedy lines up their middle linebacker. He's a big monster, and he's also their kicker. This is kind of weird. Looks like we got a lineman kicking the football, for those of you not able to see the ball game right now. Colony Cougar makes a few adjustments in their deep men with Price, Gonzalez. It's kicked off to the left and brought up by number 3, Christian Gonzalez, who takes the kick at about the 10 and brings it up to a good return to about the 30, where are they going to stop that chain? 39-yard line? Oh, 37-yard line. 38 they decided on. Back and forth, and finally split the difference. So Colony Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line as the Cougars come out 2 wide outs either side out of the shotgun. Snaps quick. Looks like it surprised the quarterback, and he'll throw that one out of bounds as he had a rush off the edge by Reedy's number, what is that, 84, Garnett?
Yeah, it looks like 34.
24.
24. It looks like nobody was ready for the snap. Everybody was standing there.
Everybody but number 24. Number 24 was jetting it off the edge there. And that tackle, that boy's going to have to shake a leg tonight. Let's throw out to the flat to Miles Price as he breaks loose and down the right side. He's off to the races, and they better get some wheels because Miles is gone, baby. Miles Price takes it. Second play of the game, 6 points as your Colony Cougars go up with 11:35 to go in the first quarter here. They lead Reedy 6-0 as Miles Price catches a pass out in the flat and takes it, let's call it.
Well, that's what we call a wide receiver screen there.
Let's call it 57 yards to the house.
And one missed tackle, and that's all you're asking for. You had to block on the edge by the receiver, by the inside receiver. You have one missed tackle, and then there's nobody else left.
Well, you saw the pure speed of Miles Price on that play because he outran 11 of their best dudes, and there was just no contest. Once he got around the edge, it was over.
Exactly.
That play reminded me of a play in Pee Wee football where the team with the fastest dude controls everything because, yep, 62.
68. It was at the 32, wasn't it? 37.
38.
So, yeah, that was beautiful design there. You had the confusion on the first play. I think they came right back to it.
Same play. They just executed.
I don't think anybody was ready for the first snap.
Well,
and again, you got the inside block by the receiver, and there's nobody else. He just outran the whole rest of the team.
Well,
you had the one missed tackle.
And the other guys clearly miscalculated the angle.
Yes.
Because by the time they got to the sideline, Price was already had 10 yards on him. There was just no way they were going to catch him. So here we go. The Cougars line up to kick off.
I believe
with a successful PAT, the Cougars lead 7-0, 11:35 to go in the first quarter. They took a whopping 25 seconds off the clock in this ball game, and the Cougars will kick off. They'll kick it not real deep, but it bounces at about the 14, and it's field cleared by the return man. And
my goodness,
he is smack daddied at the 14 and drugged down at the 12. He'll get forward progress to the 14, and the Reedy Lions will take over at that point. And your Colony Cougar special teams look pretty rough right now.
And we talked about that with kicking the ball and not giving up just the pooch kick. And, again, we see that this team can't cover kickoffs. Excellent job by the kicking team there.
So the Colony Cougars now come out on defense. Reedy out of the shotgun, 3 wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field from the left hash mark. Snaps away. We'll have a pause, look to the sideline. No, they picked up that tactic from the Cougars last year, looks like.
And we're going to get a quick timeout there.
We're going to call a timeout. They didn't like the look.
They didn't like the defense. And
so they're going to figure out what in the world we're going to do here, boys. We're at the 14-yard line. We got to do something.
They paused and didn't know what to go to. So they say, let's get a timeout. Timeout.
So the Colony Cougars will make Reedy burn a timeout before they ever run a play in this ball game at 11:30 to go in the first quarter. This is really early in a ball game to be scratching your head.
And that's what we talked about pregame. Come out and kick them quick. Jump on them early. And then don't let up on the gas.
Reedy now brings another wide out to the left. Short side, 3 wide to the right. Wide side from the left hash mark out of the shotgun. Fullback to the right of the quarterback. And snaps away. He'll throw it to the flat where the Colony Cougars are soft, but he's met by a defender at the 19. They're going to spot it at the 20. That's a pretty generous spot. So we were already now figured out who paid the referees more before the game. Reedy picks up, let's call it 6 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 20-yard line. And Reedy comes up 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Man in the slot with a fullback to the right. It'll be handed off to the fullback as he tries to get through the left side. Oh, and a little arm tackle. Oh, and he's met by 2 more defenders, Miles Price and number 44. Who is that madman? Kyler Warner, and they blow it on forward progress.
Well, and the Colonies was sending a linebacker, and he happened to pick the right hole that Cougars was coming with a draw there, and the linebacker just ran right into the draw.
Well, that could have been a lot worse, too, because the linebacker bounced off of him. He didn't wrap, and so he kind of bounced back a yard or two, and then that let Price and
But all you got to do is
Warner
hold up
and
have your players get there exactly.
So they come up now 3rd and 10 from the 15 as they lose 5 on the play. Colony Cougars now showing blitz, and then
and we had
quarterback.
a hole.
Oh, and a quarterback is caught deep at the 10-yard line. They'll lose another 5 on the play. And, wow, the Colony Cougar defense is playing for keeps right now here early in the ball game. 10:03 on the clock, and your Colony Cougars are going to force a punt by the Lions here on the 10-yard line. So they'll be punting this thing out of their own end zone as the Cougars now set a deep man out around the 45 of their own end of the field. And we'll see what this punter can do. A big old boy punting this football. Holy smack. Number 7 for the Lions. That'll be Ryan Jones. He gets a good punt away down to the Colony 45.
Oh, wow.
And oh, my goodness, we don't catch it and let it bounce, and it's going to roll all the way down to the Colony 19. And the Colony Cougars now take over 1st and 10 from their own 19 as Reedy got a heck of a punt. That was a 81-yard punt, Garnett.
Yeah, he got all that foot into it.
He
We
got
didn't
every
have
bit of
much of a rush on it. We were pretty much spying him.
He kicked
so
it.
he got a good kick off.
Well, he kicked it in the air down to the Cougar 45.
And then he got a good roll up because of the way the ball landed.
Got a 26-yard roll off of it. So
yeah.
Heck of a punt by the Reedy punter, and Cougars now come out not in a big hole, but it's a hole from their own 19. 1st and 10. Reedy comes up with their defense. Cougars will line up 3 wide out to the right, 1 to the left, out of the shotgun, fullback to the right. And that looks like Wesley now will be starting the freshman at the fullback spot. Snaps away. They'll fake the pass and give it to Wesley as he makes it maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
I think he picked up a yard.
They're going to give Wesley a yard on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 21, or no, from the 20, as the Cougars now come up 2 wide out to the right, 3 wide out to the right, 1 to the left. They'll spread them out across the wide side of the field from the left hash mark. Snaps away. Mikey rolls out to the right. Looking downfield, he gets the ball away, and it's caught by.
Oh, wow.
It's caught by Miller, but are they going to rule it a catch?
They said he stepped out of bounds first.
Oh, that was a bad deal. I think he was inbounds. Only got to have 1 foot in, Coach.
You mean ref?
Yeah, whatever. You know he coached sometime. Be 3rd and 9 from the 20-yard line as the Cougars line back up. Same set. Mikey steps back in the pocket. Got plenty of time. He throws downfield. Lots of scuffle downfield. He's looking for the flag, but not going to get it here tonight as Price thought he was interfered there down the field, and he'll go over there and give the ref a little piece of his mind. He should not opt to do that, but actually that was Herring. Was that Mike? Was that Miles Price?
Yeah, that was Price going out for the pass. He was bumped a little bit. I think the ref said just play on as he wasn't really knocked off his stride.
So the Cougars are now set up for the punt, punting from their own punter set up at the 5-yard line. Cougars will bring everybody in tight. Snaps away. Punt is up and out. And it's going to be, bounces over the punt returner's head, and he's scrambling around trying to find some place to run. And he's wrapped up at the Lion 45. They're going to probably spot it at the line at the Reedy 45 as Reedy now will take over 1st and 10 from their own 45. That was a decent punt. Not as good as the Reedy's, but
well, the difference was they didn't let it roll.
The difference was he didn't punt it as far. He was punting from the 10-yard line and got it down to the 45.
He got a good punt, but he didn't. But he also didn't benefit from a roll.
No, that's absolutely right. Reedy comes out now. They're going to put twins out on the left, 2 wideouts on the left. Put a wing T in at the backfield. from the shotgun. Snaps away. They're going to hand it. Fake it to. Oh, no. Get off that face mask.
Yeah.
Cougars are going to get rung up for that one, as that was just a pure brain fart from number 34 on the Colony Cougars side.
Yeah, that's our
Stephen McCullum, who came in and just grabbed a face mask. He'll get a big 15-yarder on that.
Well, what happened was he was grabbing around the shoulders, then the quarterback ducked. And when he quarterback ducked, he got a handful of face masks.
Yeah, you got a handful of something.
Yeah, I mean, it was an easy call for the ref because it was right in front.
So they're going to move the sticks down to the Colony Cougar 40.
He just absolutely obliterated that tackle over there.
First and 10, and McCullum will have to redeem himself on this play. 3 wide out to the left from the shotgun, fullback to his right. He'll step back in the pocket. Quarterback under pressure, and he is just crushed at the Colony 47-yard line. They're going to give him a forward progress to the 45. And Reedy now loses 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the Colony 45. And, man, the quarterback didn't have a prayer on that one, Garnett.
Well, let's hope we can keep our guys fresh because they are putting a heck of a rush on.
He took the snap and looked downfield, and before he knew it, the Colony Cougar line was on top of him.
Well, and that's how the guy got the face mask before. He did the same thing. He ducked.
Trips to the left, out of the shotgun. Reedy, quarterback, takes a high snap. Big, tall kid, but he's handled a high snap, and they're going to scramble back to the line of scrimmage where they'll mark the ball at the 45 again. It'll be 3rd and 15 from the Colony 45 as Reedy struggles now on offense with a Colony Cougar defense putting up a big front. And actually, we talked about it at the pregame, controlling the line of scrimmage at this point. And if you look down there, it looks to me like Reedy has us beat all day long in size at that line position, but they are getting tore up right now. Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage, wide out to the short side, 3 to the left on the wide side from the right hash mark. Snaps back, quarterback steps back 2 steps, looks downfield, he's got a man open, throws it, caught at the 35, and the Colony Cougars will wrangle him down at the 35.
We got 2 penalties here. Let's hope it's not unsportsmanlike.
There's some laundry on the field, and Reedy now makes a big play.
Yeah, but it was not enough for the first down, but I don't think it's holding. It may be a personal foul against the Cougars here.
Boy, that quarterback's got an arm, dude.
I think they got a hands to the face or they got something against the Cougars.
He threw a laser beam. Roughing the passer on the Colony.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
Wow, so they'll move the chains again on yet another 15-yarder on the Cougars. They are going to have to get the personal fouls under control here, Garnett, or this game is going to turn ugly on them.
Well, and that hurt us last week. You know, you get a stop, you got them off the field, and you can't do that. I know you're happy that you're getting to the quarterback.
So Reedy out of the Wildcat.
Got to control yourself.
Wildcat to the left, wide out to the left from the middle of the field. 1st and 10 from their Colony Cougar 20-yard line. 7:02 to go in the first quarter. And Reedy sets up for what looks to be a Wildcat play. And the quarterback keeper around the right side, he'll jump a quarter.
And he hurdles.
He hurdles the defender and gets it down to the 3-yard line. Heck of a run by the what would be the one back in the Wildcat. And Reedy executed that perfectly. Although they did not get their blocking backs out in front of him, it would have been a whole different result.
Well, and we saw a lot of that last year when we played Reedy.
Reedy now setting up the Wildcat to the right. And snaps away, and it'll be a keeper from the one back again right up the middle of the field. 6 points for Reedy as he is unabated up the middle of the field. And, Garnett, when I was coaching Pee Wee football, that's all I ran was the Wildcat, also known as a single wing. And that is a very difficult offense to stop. I don't care who you are.
Well, what happened is, what hurt there is you did have them stop, but your aggressiveness gave them the first down with that penalty. They had him off the field.
Oh, 2 ways about it. They had him dead to rights there and just gave the first down to him. On the PAT, Reedy lines up, and the Cougars will let him kick that one away. And it's good, and this ball game's tied up with 6:35 to go as Reedy puts 6 on the board and then finishes it off with a successful PAT to tie this thing up 7-all here at Tommy Briggs Stadium in the Colony, Texas.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay to be aggressive, and you are being aggressive. You are dominating, but you got to be smart. You cannot get those personal fouls.
No 2 ways about it. And, Reedy, you get them in close like that, they're going to run it over you.
And they're big.
They are just going to run over you with that single wing / Wildcat. So I mean, on that play, they had their 3 blocking backs going around the right side, took the whole defense out of the play, and there was nobody up the middle to stop that guy.
because everybody was slanting.
It wouldn't have mattered if they would have been there anyway. He would have run over him. But at the end of the day, that guy, he's a force to be reckoned with on that Wildcat. If it were me, I'd run that the whole game till the Cougars figured out how to stop it. Because that boy can run a football. I mean, and he's big. Holy snot, look at him. I mean, I don't know what he clocks in at, but he's got to be in the 6'2"-ish range. I mean, their kicker, this middle linebacker, he's not a skinny fella either.
No. He's definitely eating good over there.
I'll bet he clocks in at around, I'm going to go 210. And Reedy sets up for the kickoff, calling to put 3 deep, and the kick is away. Kick deep, and it's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback, and your Colony Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, and the Cougars now will see if they can make this thing happen in the Lion end of the field here as your Colony Cougars come back out to take another stab at this Lion defense. If the Cougars can keep this tenacity and intensity up, this is going to be a good game for them, but I'm afraid that they're going to get burnt out here, Garnett. It's awful hot.
That's exactly what I was saying earlier, is how fresh can you keep them.
So the Cougars come up, they'll put 2 wideouts either side of the field. Mikey Price in the shotgun with now Robert Beasley at the fullback spot. Beasley, a sophomore, kind of a new name on the roster for this year, and we'll see what he can do if they hand him the football. As the Colony Cougars take a timeout, try to figure out how to make a difference here with 6:35 to go in the first quarter. Your Colony Cougars now back to null with the Lions 7 apiece, with a couple of back-to-back, almost back-to-back 15-yarders. The Colony Cougars handed the Lions after some incredible defensive play and simply let them come down the field. And it's pretty hard to stop a team on 15-yard personal fouls. So the Cougars come out 2 wideouts either side. So they got Beasley in the backfield at the fullback spot. Not a huge young man, but he's pretty thick. Mikey Price will take the snap. It'll be a jet sweep with Gonzalez around the right side. Gonzalez looking for a way to turn it up the field. Can't quite make it happen. Gets it out about the 29, I'm guessing. Maybe pick up about 4 on the play. We'll see where they spot this thing. They're going to 3 on the play, so they're going to spot it at the 28-yard line.
He's got to use that speed and turn it up.
Cougars have 2nd and 7. Price looks down the right side. He hooks up with Miles Price at about the 38-yard line. That's enough for the first down, and it's caught. Price brought down. Price is not going to be able to take that kind of punishment all game, though. They're going to have to find another guy to beat up. Colony Cougars move the chains, and it's first down from their own 38-yard line. 3 wide out to the left, 1 to the right, and Price will have to Harrington will have to keep the ball, as it's a little bit of what looked like a broken play, honestly.
Yeah, I think he was trying to hand the ball off, and the running back went to go block.
That's the freshman back in there. Harrington looks downfield. It's thrown to Price, and Price catches it at the 25.
He took it from the defender.
He goes left. He's going to outrun everybody, and Price will take it to the house as he picks it off over the shoulder of the defender
Oh my goodness.
at the Lion 25-yard line, and then runs to the left corner flag. And just, if you get him in the open field, you're not going to catch Price. And he is gone.
And the safety was coming over, and the safety thought he had a for sure interception, and Price just took it from him, and there was nobody there to tackle him.
For the PAT team out on the field now, snap is away, sets down, and it's up. Looks to be good. Signal is good. Your Colony Cougars lead the Lions to 6 as the Lions, I guess, missed their PAT. What do we got? I got a penalty?
Offsides on the defense. They'll decline that. It's good.
So the Cougars now will lead the Lions of Reedy 14-6 with 5:43 to go here in the first quarter. Miles Price made a Superman catch over the what would be the right shoulder of the safety coming across the field, and just made a heck of a play.
Just took it. I mean, just took it out of and that's how you go point of the ball and you grab it. I mean, excellent play there. Wow. Because I was just about to call interception, and Miles just came and took it from him.
Unbelievable.
And a heck of a throw by Mikey there, trusting his receiver. I mean, put it right there where the receiver can make a play on it, because he had a step on the corner that was guarding him.
I hate to say it, but if Price doesn't bring that ball down, it's a pick.
It is
a pick.
It is, no two ways about it. But he trusted his receiver to go get the ball.
He threw it right in the breadbasket of that safety coming across the field.
Well, the safety was making a play on it.
I know he was, but it was there.
Wow, what a play.
So the Colony Cougars set up for the kickoff. 5:43 to go here in the first quarter. You're missing a great ball game. You need to get down here to the stadium if you're not here. Quit listening to this broadcast and get down here and see it live as your Cougars now begin to take it to Reedy here. They lead they lead by 8 with 5:43 to go. And then
oh, wow, they almost caught him.
They go the onside. I think the tee went further than the football. And Reedy will recover at the 48-yard line of Reedy. And it was hard to see the football from here because the tee is a fluorescent green, and it was outrunning the football.
It was, but it was a nice play there. They almost caught Reedy sleeping there because the receiver was actually running back and then realized it was coming short and had to come make a play on the ball. Oh, the Cougars was almost there.
So Reedy will come up 1st and 10 at their own 48. Cougars now defense has to come up and make a few plays here to hold Reedy. Reedy wideouts on either side in a standard T formation with a wing back in the slot. And that'll be a delay of game on Reedy. They'll lose 5 on that.
How do you get a delay coming off of a kickoff?
Because on a kickoff, they start the clock when they set the ball down. So Reedy now will telegraph in another play. They'll come up to the ball. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Big boy on the left, number 44. Quarterback lone man in the backfield. Colony Cougar defense sets up, showing blitz again. Sure enough, blitz 2 off the edge, and it was wide open in the middle of the field at the Reedy 47-yard line, and it's just thrown behind him about a half a step, and it's dropped. We got laundry all over the field now. We'll see what happens here.
I think it's an illegal formation by Reedy, and I'm not sure what the inside penalty. Maybe a holding.
How was that an illegal formation? They had 3 men in the backfield. That slot back was deep.
That's what I thought too, but I know that FAR judge has called an illegal formation.
Man, I think that was a bad call for Reedy.
Yep.
That formation looked fine.
And the holding.
At least from here. So we got an illegal formation and a hold on Reedy. We'll see what the Cougars do with that. And they start to march this thing back as Reedy now will be in a really big hole.
Yeah, I think he was telling the coach that somebody didn't get up on the line.
They're going to bring this ball back to the Reedy 33-yard line. Reedy will have a first and, let's call it 25. 1st and 22. They'll put 2 wideouts on either side in the standard I formation. Play action fake, quarterback under pressure, and he'll be tackled at the Reedy 25. A loss of another 8 yards, and Reedy is just getting tore up by the Colony Cougar defense. Secondary had everybody covered up.
They did.
And the line was
locked.
on a straight-up blitz and just owned the offensive line.
Well, he's also got to get rid of that ball, too.
And
he had a man coming, and it was good coverage by the Cougars, but he's got to throw that ball.
Yeah, but he's having to Garnett. He's having to throw the thing within 4 to 5 seconds.
Well, you got to throw the ball.
I mean, come on, man.
Hey, you got a small window to throw it.
Well, they better wing the thing out of bounds because there wasn't nobody open. The Cougars come up on defense now, not showing blitz again, but now they're going to crowd the line. Snaps away, quarterback under pressure again, and he is dropped at the Lion 18 as Reedy continues to give up yardage play after play, and the coach over there has got to be about ready to jump off the tallest thing he can find over there.
Well, we talked about it. Why didn't they just go back to the wing tee?
Exactly, run the wing tee.
Run the ball. You obviously are having problems controlling the pass.
30,
run the ball.
So they're at 30. What is it?
Help the quarterback.
3rd and 38 as Lions come up from their own 19-yard line. Trips to the right, single wide out to the left, short side of the field. Snaps away, quarterback scrambling already. Goes to the wide side. He finds the man in the flat where the Colony Cougars are a little soft. They give up 5 or 6 yards on the play. Actually more than that, 8 yards on the play, but the Lions now are going to have to punt with 4th and 26 yards.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So Reedy is going to have to punt. Punter will line up at about their own 15-yard line, and the Colony Cougars will set a couple of men deep. And Reedy after a really good ball position, they started at the 48-yard line. They end up punting the ball with the line of scrimmage at the 30. Punter setting up at the 15, and Reedy now will have to, they're going to have to come up with a solution for this Colony Cougar offensive line. And not a very good punt. It's going to bounce out of bounds at about the Colony Cougar 40. And that's where they're going to mark it. So it'll be 1st and 10. Your Colony Cougars take over with 3:13 to go here in the first quarter, leading the Reedy Lions 14-6. And the Colony Cougar offense gets another shake at this Lion defense as they have scored on 2 really big plays to Miles Price down the right side. And Miles catches it off on the edge, and it's party over, my friend.
Yeah, and if you miss a tackle, he is going to go to the house.
So the Colony Cougars now will come up the line of scrimmage. They'll put 3 wideouts to the right, outside the right hash mark. From the left hash mark, they'll put little Benji Nelson out on the left as he scoots up outside. He'll be set up between the numbers and the sideline. Harrington will set up about 3 yards deep in the shotgun. They'll play action fake it to the freshman, and he'll take it out to about the Colony 46-yard line, a gain of about 4. It'll be second and they're going to give him 5 on that one, and that'll be second. No, that's 4. No, it's 5. 2nd and 5 from the 47-yard line of the Colony Cougars. They'll set up in the same format. Nope. Colony Cougars are going to get rung up here on a false start, looks like.
I think the center moved the ball.
So the Cougars now on a false start from the center, wiggling the football a little too much. They're going to step that one off for 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the original line of scrimmage at the start of this drive. Colony Cougars come out. 2 wideouts on the right, Miller and Price. 2 out on the left, Benji and who's the other madman, Gonzalez. Harrington will roll out to the right on the snap. He'll throw it to Miles Price, who caught the football. 2 missed tackles. He'll pick up,
that's going to be a face mask.
He'll pick up another couple of yards. They're going to get a personal foul on the thing as well, and he'll take it down to the Reedy 44-yard line. Enough for a first down. They'll move the sticks, but they're also going to get a big
15
penalty
on
here.
top of that.
They're going to get another big personal foul on top of that. And they're going to mark off a big 15-yarder on a face mask on Price. Well, the unfortunate, stupid thing about that, Garnett, is he was laying on the ground when the kid grabbed his face mask.
Yeah.
That was dumb. He was laying on his back, or wasn't any way he was going anywhere.
Yeah, he was yanking him down and grabbed his face mask.
Get a first down, and they'll take it down to the Reedy 29-yard line, 1st and 10. And they're going to get a messed up false start on that, lose 5 yards on the play.
Then the center didn't know the snap count. Everybody knew the snap count except for the center. The previous play, the center was trying to snap the ball. Forgot the snap count.
Cougars now have 1st and 15 from the Reedy 34-yard line. Cougars come out 3 wide out to the wide side, left side of the field from the right hash mark. Harrington in the shotgun, take the snaps, steps back 2 steps, looks downfield. He lets it rip across the middle, and it's Miller for 6 in the end zone as he catches it over the left shoulder. And Keith Miller makes a great grab. Excellent throw by Mikey Harrington as he puts it on the money right over the left shoulder of Keith Miller in the end zone, and that is another 6 points for your Colony Cougars with 2:04 to play, and Reedy's trying to figure out what in the world is going on here in Tommy Briggs Stadium in the Colony, Texas. Your Cougars lead 20-6 over the Reedy Lions, and if the Cougars can keep this up, it's going to be a long night for Mr. Reedy tonight.
Well, we talked about the X factors with their outside receivers in the pregame, along with Mikey throwing the ball, and we said that they were going to have to go downfield, soften up this defense, and then we can pound the ball with our running backs. I mean, just 3 nice passes there. Little adjustment there by Miller, but he was able to turn and catch it over the defender's back, and nice run for the touchdown.
Yeah, but you can't overemphasize how on the mark Harrington was with that pass.
Yes.
He threw that ball well, and it was a deep pass, beautifully executed by
and he had time to throw
Harrington.
it deep, too.
He did. I mean, his line is holding up. I mean,
good job.
They
for everybody being new this year.
I agree.
Because they graduated their whole line last year.
No 2 ways about it.
This is a brand new line for the Cougars this year.
So the Cougars will line up for the kickoff. They lead 21-6 here with 2:04 to go in the first quarter. Colony Cougars not letting off the gas yet as Reedy trying to find a solution for this potent offense of the Colony Cougars tonight. Cougars kick it somewhat deep. It's going to be caught at about the 3-yard line. Here comes the return man. He's hit at the 12, brought down at about the 20, so not a bad return by the Reedy Lions as he picks up about, let's call it 18 yards on the return. And Reedy will take over 1st and 10 from what looks like the 20-yard line.
Yeah, one had the 20, one had the 21. I think he's going to be overridden and go to the 21.
So the Reedy will take over 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line as the Colony Cougars step up to the football. Reedy reloads with twins on either side. Ball on the right hash mark, out of the shotgun. Snaps away, quickly throws it to the flat. It's caught at the Reedy 23, and he'll scamper around, pick up another 3 or 4 yards. Brought down at the 29-yard line of the Reedy Lions, and it'll be 2nd and about 3. Nice gain of about 7 yards on the play.
Yeah, so Reedy that time they tried to slow the rush down. They tried to cut block everybody to give the quarterback a little time to throw the ball. That's why he was able to get it out.
So Reedy will line up two wide outs to the short side, 2 to the wide side, 1 at the numbers, 1 just off the hash, and it's going to be thrown to the hash man in the flat. He gets hit hard at the line of scrimmage by number 26, Jose Escobedo, but he just bounces off of him and picks up another first down for the Reedy Lions. It's 1st and 10 from the 36.
Yeah, he tried to blow him up instead of making the
just got to make the tackle, man.
Got to make the tackle.
So Reedy comes up 3 wide out to the right, wide side, short man to the left, out of the left hash mark, snaps away, quarterback steps back in the pocket, got plenty of time, throws it across the middle. Oh, just throws it just out of the reach of his receiver coming across the middle of the field. We talked about that in the pregame, by the way, and can't reel it in with one hand, and it's incomplete as Reedy now will come back to the line of scrimmage. And by the way, Garnett, he catches that ball, it's 6 because he is on a wide open run.
Yeah, he was on a slant, and the corner had no help over the top. It was a one-on-one matchup. He had to step on him, but the quarterback threw a bullet instead of just leading him a little bit. He threw a bullet.
So twins on either side now from the left hash mark, out of the shotgun, fullback to the right of the quarterback. He'll send the man in motion across the sets. Might be a jet sweep. Here's the snap. He'll step back, roll out to his right. He's got a little bit of time. The Colony Cougars just barely missed a tip for an interception, and it'll be incomplete.
Wow, that was close.
As Reedy will come up second and 10. I'm sorry, third and 10 from their own 35-yard line. And the Cougars were just inches away from a turnover there by the defense. Reedy comes out now with two wideouts to the right, two wideouts to the left. On the left hash mark, stacks the men on the left out of the shotgun, fullback to his right. Sends the wideout in motion to the right side of the field. Snap is away. He'll look to the right in the flat. Caught and brought down at the 36-yard line. Pickup of 1 as Reedy now will have 4th and 9 from the 36-yard line. Probably bring out their punting team and punt this thing away back to the Colony Cougars as the Cougars defense holds strong and manages not to get any personal fouls in this drive. So things are looking up now as the Colony Cougars start to play under control. Defense controlling the line of scrimmage, and Reedy not able to capitalize on a couple of wide open receivers.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to punt this one off. I like having those 2 receivers back there to prevent that bounce.
Yeah, it would be nice if we'd set that guy a little bit deeper because this punter, he's got a leg.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to let the clock run out for in the quarter.
So that'll take us to the end of the first quarter here at Tommy Briggs Stadium in the Colony, Texas. Your Colony Cougars lead 21-6 over the Reedy Lions.
Hello.
Definitely a different ball game than we saw last year as the Cougars were largely dominated, not necessarily on the scoreboard, but certainly were on the field. Reedy being effective in the first quarter with the wing T or Wildcat offense, single wing, whatever you want to call it, depending on how old you are. Very effective with that offense. Unfortunately, when they got a lot of yards to make up, they're throwing the football and have not been as successful, Garnett.
Most definitely, and the best way to save your quarterback is to run that ball.
Well, certainly for them, because when they run in that wing T, their quarterback's not on the field. So the Colony Cougars now will set up. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Reedy Lions at the 35-yard line of Reedy. Oh, that's right. They didn't punt it yet. So the Colony Cougars will set a man deep. They'll put one man not about 10 yards deep, and the linebacker core looking for maybe a fake. Reedy sets up for the punt. Snaps away. It's a little high. Punter brings it down, and he gets a nice kick. Very high hang time.
Uh-oh.
He really put that thing up in the air.
Watch out. Oh,
and it almost hits a Colony Cougar right on top of the head.
It went,
and
my
it
goodness.
bounces right behind him and then up over his head and goes out of bounds at the Cougar 35-yard line. So it'll be 35 to 35-yard line punt.
We got a penalty down, but I don't know why it was down because there was no action.
Well, somebody mouthing off and grabbing or something. You know how it goes. You know, as you say, Garnett, they're a bunch of teenage boys.
Lot. All right. Okay, so the officials talk, and nice job, because I was wondering what they were seeing because the ball was kicked out of bounds.
So what'd they call?
They waved the flag.
Fell out of his pocket?
No, he thought he saw something, but
fell out of his pocket.
Yeah, we just say he.
So the Colony Cougars take over first down from their 35-yard line, and they line up three wide out to the right, one to the left. Miller lone wide out to the left side of the field. He'll be outside the numbers. Harrington will line up in the shotgun. He'll move his fullback to the left side. That'll be Miles Price at fullback. Miles will get the football. Oh, it's a fake to Harrington up the middle of the field as Mikey will keep this thing. He'll pick up 9 yards on the scamper, and they're going to give him 8 yards. What a horrible spot. And it'll be 2nd and 2 from the 43-yard line, and Harrington will hand it to Price as Price is trying to find a first down. Oh, and he gets a crack and squirts up the field. Still on his feet. He gets out to the outside. Breaks 3 or 4 tackles. Let's see if he can outrun that man down the sideline.
He just got a late push.
He's pushed out right at the last second. Goes out at the 4-yard line as Miles Price breaks about 6 tackles. Coming around the edge, just bounces around like a pinball.
Oh, my goodness.
And the Colony Cougars are knocking at the door first and goal from the 4-yard line with 11:15 to go in the half, leading 21-6, and they finally figured out the angle on Miles Price as Harrington will come up and bring his team up to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right, and the Cougars will take a timeout, kind of figure out what the heck's going on here and how they can punch this thing in and slap Reedy in the mouth one more time.
Yeah, I think
to
they were
start
trying
the
to go.
second quarter.
I think they were trying to go jumbo there, and somebody forgot where they were supposed to line up at.
That's what we call mumbo jumbo. So the Colony Cougars will try to figure it out here in the huddle in a timeout, as your Cougars now have 1 timeout left to go in the half. Can't take them with you. And the Cougars now first and goal from the 4-yard line. Historically, Garnett, this is not our best spot on the field to execute football. We are not so great.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why they call timeout, so they can get lined up. They were, like I said, I think they were trying to go jumbo. You had Price coming off the field, and you send in a tight end, and you send in another running back. And I think somebody didn't know where they were supposed to line up. Because you got 1 receiver with Miller.
So they're going to line up with a full deck on the line. It's going to be a keeper to Harrington, and Harrington. Oh, he busts loose, and Harrington's going to run it around the right side and put this thing in the end zone. He may get called for a celebration. Are they going to let him get away with that? Mikey, you can't do
Actually,
that.
that was Gonzalez, and they were in the Wildcat.
Oh, was it Gonzalez?
Yeah, that was number 3, Gonzalez.
Oh, sure was. Well, he's going to have to stop that nonsense. You can't hold a football out to the defender like that.
Yeah, and he also needs to hit that hole. Like I know he got a touchdown out of there, but he needs.
Well, it was a broke play.
Yeah,
touchdown's the problem.
He needs to hit that hole like it's designed.
The only reason he got out there is because of his speed, and they basically suckered the whole defense to the left side of the field, and he was able to bounce out wide enough right. He just, if it had been the short side of the field over there, he'd run out of green.
Yes, he would have.
So Colony Cougars are successful on the PAT. That'll bring us to 28-6 over the Reedy Lions with 11:05 to go in the half, as your Colony Cougars continue to step on the neck of Reedy and drive this thing home. Looking really good here in the second game of the season for your Colony Cougars. You need to get out here and watch your Cougars, support them, and make some noise for them here at Tommy Briggs Stadium.
Yeah, the sun's going down. It's cooling off, and it's a great time to come out and watch a ball game.
Next week, if you want to get on the road with the Cougars, they'll be at Byron Nelson over in a trophy club, and be there playing Byron Nelson next week. And it'd be great to have a bunch of folks out there supporting the Cougars on the road as well. Be nice to see a good crowd on the visitor side. Reedy showed up with a gang of folks tonight on the visitor side.
Jeff, I looked that up a minute ago.
Yep.
We are at Northwest ISD Stadium for that game, which is on the other side of other side of I-35W.
What in the world is that?
It's a long way out there.
It is a
long way out there.
They wrestle out there every year. It's a long drive on the other side of Fort Worth. So scratch the Trophy Club. We'll be at Northwest Stadium on the other side of the planet. Colony Cougars kick this thing deep, and it's going to be
make sure you leave early.
Caught in the end zone, about 2 yards deep. Return man coming out.
Oh,
he's grabbed at the 12, breaks a tackle, and brought down at the 21-yard line where they'll spot the ball. And the Reedy Lions will take over 1st and 10 from their own 21 as they trail the Colony Cougars 28-6 with 10:58 to go in the ball game. And your Cougars continue to wind it up against the Lions here at Tommy Briggs Stadium at home in the Colony, Texas. They look pretty good tonight, Garnett. I'm going to say 60% better than last week.
Well, yeah, you got the first game jitters out of the way. You got some extra practices in. Got some film study. Cougars are looking a lot better.
Reedy comes up to the line, 2 wideouts to the left, none to the right in the Wildcat. And they're going to play action this thing to the
holding right there.
He's going to get around the right side.
Yeah,
they're going to get rung up on a hold as he runs out of bounds at about the 40-yard line of the Reedy Lions, and it's going to be a hold against Reedy. And they're going to push that one back from the point of the spot of the foul. So Reedy will have about a 1st and, let's call it.
They may go 1st and 15.
First and 20, you think?
Are they going?
That's-
It's not going to be half the distance.
No,
or
that's a 10-yarder, dude.
Okay. Well, I guess it's inside the 20.
No, they're outside the 20.
Yeah, so they're outside the 20, so they're not going to give them half the distance.
Nope. So it's going to be Reedy first and 10 from their own 11. And the Colony Cougars line up. Reedy out of the Wildcat with 2 wideouts to the left. They're going to take this one and hand it off to the fullback, who will go to the left. And he's brought down at the what looks like the 15-yard line. That's where they'll spot the football. It's easier to spot the football when there's a line going across the field.
Mm-hmm.
So Reedy will be 2nd and 15 from their own 15. And Reedy now trying to dig out of a hole as the Colony Cougars have an excellent opportunity here to force a big turnover in the Reedy end of the football field. And the defense now is trying to string it out a little bit. Reedy brings up 2 wideouts, now 3 wideouts to the right side. They'll put 3 to the right side, put the fullback to the right, out of the shotgun. And Reedy's going to call a timeout as the coach is not liking the way this team's lined up. And the Colony Cougars will get a little time to discuss about it too. So with 9:55 to go, Reedy calls their second timeout of the half, trailing the Colony Cougars 28-6. Garnett, they're trying to stop the bleeding here.
Yeah, they're trying to get settled in, and Cougars are putting a tremendous rush on them. I think they were coming back with another run there, but Reedy just couldn't get lined up correctly. You had people running in and out. Somebody's running off the field. I think they were supposed to be in. So
the Cougar ends, though, on this Wildcat and this run formation, they have got to contain that outside edge. And they're right now their ends are getting blown off the line of scrimmage, so that's something they got to work on a little bit.
And let's watch the angle that these ends are setting up at, and see how they're going.
Well, you got the right side way out there, and the left side's a little tight. Same formation out of the right set Wildcat. They'll put a man in motion. It'll be handed off to the fullback, actually the number 2 back out of the Wildcat. He hits a Colony Cougar in the back and bounces out. He's going to pick up about 7 on the run.
I think we're going to get a holding by the receiver.
There's a flag in the middle of the field on the right.
On Reedy's receiver there. I think you're going to get a hold.
And it's deep in the secondary of the Colony Cougars. And Mr. Referee is going to signal a block in the back by the Reedy Lions. So that's going to move it back to the Reedy 15. It'll be second and 16 yards. Reedy out of a hole now. Colony Cougar defense again with new life. Reedy stretches out across the field out of the shotgun. Fullback to his right. Twins on the right and the left. They'll spread him out, though, across on the right wide side. Now they'll put a man in motion and set him up on the right side as well. That'll put trips on the right side of the formation, running from the left hash mark. Reedy steps back in and got plenty of time to throw the football. He's grabbed by, I don't know what, his belt loop or something.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
And he bounces around. He's drugged down, and I
thought the ref may have blown it dead. I'm not sure what happened. I know the Cougars defenders was leaping over linemen, and the quarterback got spun around.
It looks like the Colony Cougars recovered the fumble, and so it's going to be first and goal.
I think they're trying to decide if they want to blow it dead or if they want to give them a loose ball. I think they're talking about it.
First and goal from the 9 if these referees call this thing right. How can you call it dead? He was still running.
I think they're going to say he was in the grass.
Well,
he was outside the pocket.
But they do forward. They call forward progress
really
quick on the
quarterbacks.
quarterbacks.
Forward progress dead.
Yeah, but he ceases to be a quarterback when he takes off running. He wasn't scrambling at that point.
But he also was.
He's a running back.
He was legitimately in the grass. He wasn't going anywhere.
Come on now.
I mean,
the grass was he grabbed his shirt tail or his belt loop and slung him.
I think they don't know where they want to blow it dead at. But I think he was. I think the Cougars have like 3 people on him.
Here we come.
Nope.
They're going to give it to the Colony at the 9-yard line. It looks like it'll be first and goal. First and goal from the 8. It looks like. No, first and goal from the 7.
So they are going to give him the fumble.
Cougars need a football. And the Colony Cougars now will take over on the fumble recovery. And Reedy in a big hole now as the defense working from their own 7-yard line, and Colony Cougars first and goal from that spot. Cougars trips on the right. Harrington out of the shotgun. They'll put a man in motion. Harrington looks, and it's a jet sweep. They'll hand the ball off, and he'll take it down to about the 5-yard line.
Yep, good job.
They'll spot it at the 6. That was a horrible spot. Third and goal from the 6. Harrington out of the shotgun. Snaps away. Harrington looks to the flat. He's timing pass to Miller in the corner, and Miller's denied as Miller kind of bumped off of his route, and ball, is thrown deep in that corner. So if he's not there, it's just going to fall dead. So incomplete. Colony Cougars now third and goal from the 6. And Harrington lines up out of the shotgun. It snaps away. He's got a little bit of pressure. Rolls out to his right. Looking, and Harrington will scamper in for 6 as Harrington on the keeper around the right side takes it in for 6 points as your Colony Cougars now lead 34-6 with 9 minutes to go here in the half. And, man, this is a completely different ball game that we saw last year, Garnett.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about at the beginning of in pregame is the experience factor. We knew that Reedy was in a total rebuild as they sent 14 or 15 people into the NCAA this year.
Cougars set up for the PAT. The kick is up, and it is good as the Cougars now are perfect on the PATs tonight. And heavens knows Alvaron's getting a lot of practice as your Colony Cougars come away.
I think Reedy's coach wants to know what the discussion was on that fumble. He wants to know what was the deciding factor. You see him halfway out on the field saying, how did you call that a fumble?
Call it a fumble because your dude dropped it. That's how we call it a fumble.
Yeah, they graduated 15 of their starters from last year.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they all made it to D1 ball, but
well, yeah, I know some of them made it to D1, and, and some of them may have gone D2, but they graduated majority of their.
They graduated 15. So as you talked about in the pregame with Joe Macy, it was like they struggled last week in their opener, and so it's just not the same type football team that they had last year.
Right, and they're still running the same offense. It's just now you're coaching them to get to where you were the previous year.
So your Colony Cougars now set up for the kickoff. Your Colony Cougars lead 35-6 with 9:06 to go. And the Cougars line up. It looks like they're going to pooch this thing, but we'll see.
Kick is away. End zone. Take a knee, buddy. Oh, he did not take a knee.
He catches it 2 yards deep. Here he comes. He's to the 15, slung around, and it's going to be down at the 15-yard line. That boy needs to learn how to knee that thing in the end zone or let it go. He gave up 10 yards on that.
Yeah, he could have been at the 25 instead of being at the 15, especially when you're catching it. You're 7 yards deep. Think about it. He ran 22 yards, but 7 of it was from the end zone.
And the Reedy Lions come up to the line of scrimmage, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, full backfield. Power I snaps away. He's going to hand it to the tailback, and the tailback will bring it out another 3 or 4 yards, and the Colony Cougars are going to get rung up for a personal foul, guaranteed.
Yeah, was that 34?
You cannot be throwing punches in there.
Yeah.
My goodness. What in the world? Personal foul on the Colony. That'll give them a big 15 yards, and the Cougars have got to stop the nonsense.
That must have been a face mask on a tackle because it looked like he got him in the backfield.
We talked about it in the pregame show. They have got to control this. Unbelievable. That was a 20-yard play for Reedy as they come out now 1st and 10 from their own 35. let's call it 34.
Well, that's why he brought it out of the end zone. He knew he was going to get that personal foul.
Reedy takes the snap. They'll hand the ball off to the fullback, and he's going to bring it out for about 2-3 yards. Reedy's running game is much better than their passing game, I got to say, as they're just chipping away at this Colony Cougar defense. They come with a big rush off that edge, though, Garnett. They're going to stop that nonsense.
Well, let's see if Reedy can continue to run the ball, give their defense a chance to catch their breath.
So 2nd and 6 from their own 35, 37, 38-yard line. Snap is away. Handoffs to the fullback again. He's buried just past the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up one. And you see the down marker guy? He's moving the down marker before the referee signals that the ball's down. It's going to be 3rd and about 5 from the 39-yard line. Reedy sets up in the I formation. Now they're going to shift into a modified wing T with twins on the left. And they'll put a man in motion. Ball is handed off to the fullback. Now he's thrown across the middle.
Oh, my goodness.
Quarterback had a man wide open as the secondary was watching the wing T or single wing or wildcat, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, wow.
Backfield move around, and he was wide open and just overthrew the receiver. Unbelievable.
Again, he threw a dart instead of just throwing the ball. You don't have to.
Just got to get it there.
Yep, don't have to throw a fastball. And he.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So
he would have scored. And he threw a fastball.
So it'll be 4th and 5. Reedy will set up for the punt. Colony Cougars will set a man deep for the return. Snaps away, looks good, and the punt is away.
Oh,
he skied this thing, only going to go about 15 yards. Bounces down on the Cougar 41-yard line and rolls out of bounds at the 39 as the Cougars got a heck of a shank punt on that one.
Yeah, well, he got off that first punt of the game, and he was like, oh, it's going to be a long day with the punter. But, wow, he hasn't really knocked one since that very first one.
He got great hang time, but it didn't go very far as the Cougars now will take over 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line with 7:34 to go in the half, leading 35-6 over the Reedy Lions. And your Colony Cougars now come out on the offensive side of the football. They're putting 3 wideouts on the right, that being Gonzalez, Miller. He'll look to the sideline, throw it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez stiff arms on the edge, makes it back to the line of scrimmage, barely.
Yeah, he didn't get good blocking on there. He was a little hesitant to make his move up the field.
Miller is slow on the trigger this year a little bit, I'm thinking. They'll spot it at the right hash mark, and the Colony Cougars will come up to the ball. They'll put twins out on the short side. They'll bring Price and Miller to the wide side. Snaps away. Mikey will roll out to the wide side of the field, throws the ball. It's caught by Miles Price at the 50-yard line, and he'll gain about another 2 yards. They'll bring it down at the Lion 48-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Colony Cougars. They'll move the chains, and the Cougars on the move now as they continue to move the ball on this very large Reedy defense. And the Colony Cougars come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll put twins out on the right, wide side from the left hash mark. Twins to the left, and Mikey will step straight back in. He got plenty of time in the pocket. Throws away to Miles Price, who's wide open, catches the football at about the 35, and brings it down to the 25-yard line. Where are they going to spot that thing? The 20.
Looks like the 28.
28-yard line, and the Colony Cougars will move the chains again. First down as Price makes a great catch and run, and your Cougars now will line up.
You got one-on-one out there. Nobody's going to cover
Trips on the
Miller.
right. Snaps away. It'll be a play action. Mikey will keep it on the. Oh, that looked like he got hung up with a headgear grab.
Yeah, they grabbed the back of his jersey as he was running by because the middle was wide open.
That's a horse collar, man, on any league.
They just reached up and snatched him.
So Mikey will get about a 3-yard scamper there. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 27-yard line. Snaps away. He looks to the flat. It's caught and brought down at what looks like the 20-yard line. It'll be a couple of yards short of the first down.
Yeah, they got a yard to go. He was a shoestring tackle there.
Yard and a half to go. It'll be 3rd and 1.5 yards from the 20-yard line of Reedy. Cougars line up. Twins to the right. Lone man to the left. Miller outside the hash mark. And Harrington will bring his line up to the line of scrimmage.
Ref ran in and reset the ball.
He's got the freshman on the field now. That kid's no bigger than a minute, dude. Camden Wesley. And Harrington will take the snap. Snaps away. They'll hand it to Wesley. Wesley will try to pick up the first down. Yeah, that boy's going to have to get a little bit more power, and he drops the football again. And they're going to give the football to Reedy on the Wesley drop. Wesley's got to put a handle on that thing, Garnett. That's 3 now in 2 weeks. And the Reedy Lions now will take over on the Colony Cougar turnover from their own 19-yard line, 1st and 10. And, he might be a freshman, but he's going to have to put a handle on a football, Garnett.
Yeah,
and when he dropped it, he just walked away from it. He didn't even try to jump on it.
I think he thought he was down.
Well, until you hear a whistle, you better jump on that egg, man. So the Cougars will line up out of the Wildcat. Play action. He'll roll out to his right, thrown back to the left, and it's caught in the flat. Almost a first down. He's pretty darn close. It'll be 2nd in the yard for the first down here. Nice play by Reedy as they had the defense moving, shifting left and threw back to the.
Well, and that's what they got to do. They got to give their quarterback a chance to get outside and not just stand there and get pounded.
So Reedy now line up with 3 wideouts to the right. They'll pause and look for the play. Reedy quarterback sets up now. Fullback to his left. Snap is away. He's going to hand it to the fullback coming back to the right. He's going to get around the edge. Plenty of room for the first down, and he's tackled at the Reedy 40-yard line. Big first down for the Reedy Lions as they bring it out to their own 40-yard line. Nice scamper by across the middle, and we talked about it in the pregame. Garnett said Reedy was going to pick the flat and the crossing routes apart on the Cougars, and sure enough, that's where they're making their yardage on the pass plays.
Yeah, it looks like they got a player down there. He was high-stepping, and he may have got his ankle rolled up there. He had a hard time getting up.
I'd like to see that on any side of the football. And Reedy now with a player down. Number 4. He's a good-sized lad, too.
Yeah, they got some big guys.
They got some big dudes over there. Number 77, that's got to be their D1 player. That kid is a man amongst boys, I'm telling you. Wow, that's incredible. I don't know. It might be number 72. What's number 72's name?
Thank you.
Ethan Baker, is that the guy? So Reedy comes up, twins out to the left, single out to the right. It'll be thrown back to the left. Oh, and dropped.
Wow, he dropped it.
And the Colony Cougars with some immediate contact, incomplete, as Reedy now will be 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line of their own side of the field. And the Colony Cougars need to apply a little pressure here, Garnett.
Yeah, they
Keep
do.
Reedy honest. 5:01 to go in the half. Your Colony Cougars leading 35-6 here at Tommy Briggs Stadium in the Colony, Texas. Reedy hoping to move this football down, put a few more points on the board before the halftime. Not looking very promising, though, I got to say. As Reedy comes up the line of scrimmage, snaps away. It's handed off to the fullback. He's going to scamper around through the line of scrimmage. He's going to be wily about it and pick up about 4 yards on the scamper.
Yeah, he just kept twisting.
And man, he picked up 5 yards on that. That was a pretty good run in there. It's going to be 3rd and 4 from the Reedy 43-yard line, 42-yard line. I'm sorry. Reedy now come up the line of scrimmage. They'll put a wide out to the left, out of the wing tee, set to the left. And here they go out of the Wildcat. Reedy one back with the football. He's down the right side, got lots of blocking. And
he stepped out, but I think they're going to get a hold on their lead back, holding that corner that was coming up to make the play. Yep.
Reedy will catch a holding on the right on the edge of the formation.
Yep, exactly where it was.
And they'll push that back. So Reedy on a great wildcat play. I mean, I'd run that till I could figure out how to stop it. And they just marched that thing down the field, and now they're going to be backed up. And the Colony Cougars now defense has a little bit of respite here.
I think that lineman is Nathan Anderson is the one you're thinking about.
Third down, and it's third and about 14 from their own, what looks to be 37-yard line.
Offsides.
Man caught in the flat at the 40, and he's going to pick up another 2 down to the 42-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 8 for Reedy, and there was no flag on that, Garnett. I can't believe it. Should have been a defensive encroachment.
Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here looking at it like, wow, that's offsides.
Totally should have been encroachment on the defense.
But hey, I mean, we
Colony got away with one.
We got away with the fumble too, but
So the Colony Cougar now, Reedy comes up 4th and 8 from their own 43-yard line, and the Colony Cougars will set a man deep. Reedy with the punter that obviously has the ability to get this thing downfield.
Yeah, I'd step back a little bit more there.
Reedy snaps away. Good snap. Punter has plenty of time. Gets the ball off. Hammers it downfield. It's going to get it's going to get a Reedy bounce.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a touchback. So the Colony Cougars will get the football out on the 25-yard line with 3:20 to go here in the first half of this ball game as your Colony Cougars lead the Reedy Lions 35-6. And so far, the Colony Cougar offense has put on a clinic for anybody watching on how to pick apart a defense with a pass offense. Your Cougars come out now. We'll see what they come out. Any tricks up their sleeve or anything? They're going to come out with
which in the past, our Cougars, we have been traditionally run first, but it's really different this year.
They got Veasley in the backfield now. Harrington will look to his right. He's running right a little bit, scrambling, and he'll throw that one out of bounds. As Harrington just trying to chew up as much clock as he can at this point.
Yeah, good decision there.
With 3:14 to go, he throws one out of bounds.
Right out of bounds, yep.
2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. And
you got Miller one-on-one down here. I'll go over the top right here.
Beasley in the backfield with Harrington. Snaps away. Harrington rolls to his left. He's looking left to Miller, caught at the 25. Miller will scramble around, pick up another one or a couple of yards, looks like, down to the Cougar 22-yard line? 27-yard line?
Look like they're marking him at the 26.
26.
Wow, he lost 2 yards on the spot.
So Miller will come back up, pick up of 6. Man in motion. It'll be flipped off on a jet sweep to Miles Price. Easily picks up the first down the right side of the field. 2 jukes around some defenders. He's run down from behind on the juke, but he'll take it down to the Colony Cougar 48-yard line. That'll be a first down Cougars. And your Cougars on the roll now with 2:57 to go in the half, leading 35-6. They come up to the line of scrimmage, twins to the left, signal to the right.
Your man Userton right here is wide open.
Man in the slot on the left side. Harrington will roll to his left. He sets up in the pocket, lets one rip down the middle. Oh, and it's just missed by Miller across the middle of the field.
That's what I said. I said earlier he was wide open. They decided to take the double off of him and single him up, and looks like they're going to get the corner with the hold there on Miller.
You're going to get a little pass interference, are we? Miller's got some pretty – they're going to mark it off against the Colony, dude.
No. They're going back to the line of scrimmage.
Miller's got some good wheels, so if you ain't holding him, you're letting him catch the football. So they're going to mark off a big 15. That'll give the Colony Cougars yet another first down from the Reedy 42-yard line. Cougars come up to the line of scrimmage, twins on either side of the football, outside the numbers. Harrington will take the snap in the pocket. Hits it Miller in the flat. Miller comes back across the middle of the field down to the Reedy 29-yard line. Tell me they're going to mark that at the 30. Are you kidding me? So Miller gets the spot at the 30-yard line. He'll get credited with an 8-yard pickup. And the Cougars come up to the line of scrimmage. Same set. Snaps away. Harrington looks downfield to the left. It's caught by, looks like Miller again, right? Miller not kind of a little upset about the mugging he's taken down there, but hey, that's what you get when you're the D1 dude on the receiving corps. So Cougars now pick up another first down. They'll move the football. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 of the Reedy Lions. Cougars come up with trips to the right. Miller the lone wide out to the left. Looking for Miller in the corner. It's away and thrown out of bounds. Miller didn't even have a chance at catching that one in double coverage.
Yeah, well, what happened was they at the last second, Reedy snuck that safety over the top because at the initial setup, he was one-on-one, and Mikey turned and threw it, but that defender, that safety was running a straight sprint to cover over the top.
So same set. Harrington drops back under a pressure. It's batted. It's blocked by a Reedy lineman, and Harrington will catch the block.
Mikey, knock it down. Don't catch it. Knock it down.
And Harrington will lose about, 10, 13 yards on the play. And the Cougars now, with 1:49 to go, are digging a hole for themselves here with 3rd and about 25. 26 yards.
Yeah, knock that one down, Mikey.
And the Colony Cougars will take a timeout. They'll talk about this one with 1:22 to go in the half, leading the Reedy Lions 35-6. And your Colony Cougars executing well here, but starting to falter a little bit here late in the half.
Yeah, they had some good passes there to Miller. Actually, you had an open receiver there in the middle of the field where Mikey was initially going. Defender made a good play on there, tapping the ball up in the air on that one. Got to swat that down. Don't catch that pass to yourself.
So does he get credit for a pass and the reception?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, I did look that up. It's number 77, Nate Anderson.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, he's the OU commit. And moved from defense to offensive lineman.
Colony Cougars defense lines up, or offense rather. Going to give it a try here. Steps back, throws to the flat to the right side, and we're off to the scamper here. Oh my goodness, he breaks a couple of tackles out to the left side of the field. He's looking for Green. He's still running. Miles Price scampering around.
No, he's not.
Oh my gosh, he takes it down to the 22-yard line.
Oh, we're going to get some blocking in the back or something here. There's a flag down.
For those of you on the stream, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty with our Wi-Fi, i.e. we forgot to plug it in to the power outlet. We should be back in business now. As your Colony Cougars, with 1:04 to go in the half, still lead the Lions of Frisco Reedy 35-6 as they have now gotten the football down to the, oh my goodness, what'd they call? Holding? Personal foul on Reedy, looks like. And it had to be at the end of the play, too. As your Colony Cougars get a gift from Reedy. And that brings it down to 1st and 10 from the 11.
Yeah.
Or 12.
Like doing the play.
Colony Cougars 1st and 10 back in the business here. As Harrington will set up. He looks, shoots across the middle, and is it caught?
Yes, it is.
I think it is. By number 3, Mr. Christian Gonzalez across the middle. He catches one on the ground. Sliding, diving catch by Mikey Harrington. They hook up across the middle. And your Colony Cougars put another 6 on the board. 41-6 over the Reedy Lions. Reedy taking a beating here in the first half of this ball game with 55 seconds to play. You're missing a big one if you stayed at home tonight.
Oh, did he shank that one?
The PAT is up, and I think did he get it?
Yeah, he got it. It was,
oh,
looked
my
like it
gosh.
was shanked.
I think it got blocked back into the goalpost because that did not look like it was going to go through.
It sure didn't.
The PAT was kicked, and it was kicked, let's say the goalposts are 11 feet off the ground. I'll have to look up and see how tall they are. But the ball went across at about 11 and a half feet. So barely skimmed across the crossbar. But, hey, almost counts in horseshoe, hand grenades, and apparently field goal PAT kicking. So the Colony Cougars, perfect on the night for PATs, 42-0 over the Reedy Lions with 55 seconds to go in the half, and your Colony Cougars are looking fantastic right now in the first half of this ball game.
Yeah, and I think the Reedy coaches want an explanation as to what was going on with that personal foul penalty.
Well, apparently what we're figuring out here is one D1 player does not make a team. So
especially when the one D1 player is on offense and their offense just keeps standing on the sideline.
that's a problem. That's a problem. So the Colony Cougars line up straight across the field on the kickoff. Looks like they're going to kick this from deep. And sure enough, Alberon gives it a boot to the left side, and it's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. Didn't let him catch it this time, 2 yards deep in the end zone and run it out. Actually, might have done Reedy a favor there because now they're going to get it out on the 25 instead of the 15, which is where they got every kick so far tonight that he's kicked deep in the end zone.
Yep.
So the Colony Cougars now got to fend off Reedy for 55 seconds here. Go into the house. 42-6 up on the Reedy Lions at halftime. We'll see what happens. See if Reedy can turn this thing around in 55 seconds to put a few points on the board, as the Colony Cougars are looking pretty good tonight, folks. Reedy comes out in the shotgun, 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right from the right hash mark.
They did it again.
And Reedy once again gets a delay of game after a kickoff, and the ball is spot on the field. How in the world are they not getting set and running a play? You got 25 seconds to do that.
I don't know how they don't
And
know.
fellas, now we've already burned another 5 seconds off the shot clock. Snaps away. Reedy steps back in the pocket. He's got a little pressure. That looked like holding out there on the edge on our defender. Did it not to you?
Oh, he grabbed a handful of jersey.
How could he not? I mean, how could the ref not have saw that? It looked like he was towing a trailer coming around the edge. Wow, that was crazy. So Reedy throws it away, and they'll come back out 2nd and 10 from the 25 as Reedy now struggling to make something happen here. Snaps away. Good snap. Quarterback steps back in the pocket. Pocket collapses. He's on the move. He's got to throw the thing away, and Reedy now will have 3rd and 10 from the 25 as the quarterback has to unleash one out of bounds to keep from taking the sack as the Colony Cougars put some pressure on the quarterback once again here with 42 seconds to go in the half. Your Colony Cougars lead 42-6, and the Reedy is trying to find a solution on how to get the wheels stuck back on this offense. Out of the shotgun, 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Reedy will take the snap into play action. They'll hand it to the fullback right up the middle of the field. He's got plenty of room to run.
He
Brings it down to the 33. Not a first down, but it'll be fourth and about 4. Fourth and about 4, maybe 3, depending on where the Zebras spot this thing. What are we waiting on? Reedy's coach is about to go ballistic over there. He's calling a play. Kids ain't lining up. They're going to run 4 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Lone quarterback in the backfield. He'll sling it to the left side on 4th down, and he's got plenty of room to run. Here he goes. He's out to about the Colony Cougar 40-yard line as he's brought down. And the Colony Cougar defense will end the first half, and leading the Reedy Lions 42-6. Your Colony Cougars put on a show for you here tonight in the first half. We'll see what happens in the second half as Reedy goes in to regroup. The Colony Cougars come in to make some adjustments, and we'll let you listen to the band for about 28 minutes here, and we'll be back right after the band show. We'll see you then.
Sophomore Sergeant, Alisa Lucie. Junior Sergeant, Morgan Hartley. And Senior Head Sergeant, Jesslyn Roseberry. Top Cat officers are Junior Lieutenant Nikki Chevalier. Junior Lieutenant Emma Richardson. Junior Lieutenant Sarah Von Goren. Senior Lieutenant Jaylene Mendoza. Senior First Lieutenant Nicole Green. And Senior Head Captain Crystal Cooper. Tonight, the Top Cats will be performing a pop routine choreographed by the Top Cat officers to Feel It Still. contest sponsors are national sponsor Credit Union of Texas, platinum sponsors Liberty Tax and Leanne Pritchard, gold sponsor Lone Star Gorilla, silver sponsors Jacob and Erica Coon, Secure Lock, So Much Fun, and Colony Road Brothers, and bronze sponsor ATP Construction. And now, entering the field for your continued halftime entertainment, please welcome to Cougar Stadium the Colony High School marching band. Under the field leadership of truck leaders Hannah Middleton, Leon Frank, and Adrian Henderson, the band will be performing a portion of their 2019 competition production, Poppycock. Having previously been awarded top music honors at the 2018 HEB marching competition, the band returns to Pennington Field on September 28th. All fans of Colony High School are invited to come cheer these dynamic young performers.
I'm on mute.
All right, we are back, and the Colony Cougars are on the field. They're kind of huddled up, getting ready to kick the ball off to the Reedy Lions. Your Colony Cougars here, to recap, had a great first half. They lead the Lions 42-6 after a couple of spectacular plays and hookups by Mikey to several of the receivers in the Cougar receiver corps. The line on both sides of the football controlled the line of scrimmage, and the Colony Cougars are looking pretty good right now against the Lions of Reedy.
Well, and what I like about it is everybody has got involved in the ball game. It hasn't just been one player. It's been everybody. Everybody's contributed on both sides of the ball.
So it looks like they're going to kick this one away, and they do. He kicks a worm burner down the field right to they must have talked about that at halftime, as it's caught in the end zone and stopped for a touchback, as the Reedy Lions now will come out 1st and 10 from their own 25, and Reedy has learned, don't run the football out of the end zone.
Well, you get it at the 25. When
Well,
it's
exactly.
a kickoff.
And he ran it out 3 times, each time to the 15.
Well, he was getting 25 yards because he was starting in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that first 10 head start don't count, Garnett.
There you go.
Come on now. So Reedy will come out now with the same set. They'll put 3 wideouts to the left, none to the right, out of the shotgun. Snaps away, play action, hand it off to the fullback, up to the middle of the field, and the Colony Cougars will pile it up there. I believe he picked up probably 2 or 3 yards on the carry. What are they doing with the sticks? Why did they just move those back?
So it looks like their chain crew was still getting set up as the play was going. They never got to the original line of scrimmage.
So it looks like he picked up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the – man, these guys are right in front of the press box. 2nd and 7 from the 24. It's thrown out to the flat. He's wide open, kind of backpedaling towards the sideline, and he just – the turf monster reached up and grabbed him right down onto the ground, and he misses the football.
Well, and there was excellent blocking on our side because what they did was run a pick play. The outside receiver broke in, and the inside receiver broke out. He was wide open. Quarterback just didn't hit him.
So the Colony Cougars now, defense pressing down on the Lions here. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the shotgun, Reedy's quarterback steps back in the pocket. Under pressure. And he is met in the face by big number 30. Holy cow, get the license tag off of that truck.
Puentes.
Oh, my gosh. Puentes, Dom, comes in with a massive hit on this quarterback, just straight up in his grill. Awesome.
Well, we call that a decleater because he got hit high.
He got hit
high and low. Oh, my goodness.
Cow, that was awful. So Reedy now will come up. They'll lose about 5 yards on that play. It'll be 4th and 15. They'll set up for the punt. Punter set up at the 5-yard line. 2 men deep for the Cougars at their own 45. And snaps away. Good snap. Plenty of time. The punt is away. And it looks like it's going to be caught. And there he comes. Nice hurdle over the pursuing punt team. And he'll be brought down at the 45 as the Colony Cougars will take over 1st and 10. And they're going to spot that at the 44. Are you kidding me? So the Colony Cougars take over 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. 10:31, clock ticking here in the second half of this ball game. Your Colony Cougars lead 42-6 over the Reedy Lions. Reedy unable to get something uncorked here as they got the football in at the second half. Cougars come up to the ball, shotgun snap. Harrington will roll out to his left, fires downfield, and it's caught out of bounds. It's not going to be a catch as Miller is coming across the field to the sideline. And it was just thrown at just a skosh outside the sideline, and Miller can't bring it inbounds. So Cougars now 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. We'll line up 2 wideouts either side. Harrington in the shotgun. He'll step back in a pocket, plenty of time. Fires to the flat to Miles Price. Price will be knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line of the Reedy Lions, just short of the first down. He'll talk a little bit of smack to the cornerback that came over and laid a hit on him and then bounced off of him. Price never went down, just bounced out of bounds.
Well, we had a helmet fly there, but it was knocked off by the defender, so they get to stay in the game.
So same formation. They're going to get a false start.
So, no, they're saying he does have to be subbed out.
Yeah, no, if the helmet comes off, he's got to come off.
Well, he was saying that the defender knocked it off, and so he should have been able to stay on the field.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
And the ref said, no, you got to go out.
Yeah, if the defender can reach up and yank it off, and he's still got to leave. So the Cougars will move up. Mikey will throw it to the flat to Price. Price juking around. He's captured, though. He'll lose a yard on the play, and it'll be third down. It'll be fourth down. Did they lose a down on that? It'll be fourth down and 3. The Cougar punt squad will come out now as both defenses hold tight. And your Colony Cougars now looking to get this punt away and put the Lions in a hole here. Cougars line up for the punt. The Lions are going to bring the house here, try to block this thing. Punt. It's away. Punts down the field. A little weak, but bounces off at the 20-yard line, and it's caught clean. Oh! Caught clean and a big hit. Oh, my goodness.
My goodness.
Woo-wee. That was awful.
He got lit.
That was a decleater there. That boy is trying to figure out if he's on Mars or Pluto right now.
Well,
and the Lions will take over 1st and 10 from their 14. Oh,
wow.
My gosh.
Well, he waited
nailed.
for the bounce, and he had to go over to get the bounce, and then when he grabbed the ball, when he looked up, he just got swapped.
There's a way you can keep that from happening. It's like waving at your mom as you're leaving on the ship. Forgot to do that. So the Lions will come up. They'll put twins out to the right. Out of the left hash mark shot, they'll put in a Wildcat offense. And here we go. It's a run play off to the left, and he'll get around the corner and pick up about, looks like 3 on the play, down to about the 20-yard line. So he might pick up about 5 on that play. No, about 4. This will be 2nd and 6 from the 20. And Reedy will come up to the line of scrimmage. Colony Cougars playing a little soft off the ball right now. And Reedy taking advantage of that on that wing tee. Colony Cougars now set up for the run as they Reedy in the wing tee to the right. Thrown across the middle. He's wide open. He's been wide open all night. And here comes the...
Oh!
Oh!
No.
He fumbled that ball.
They're going to say he was down. Wow.
He fumbled that ball.
Well, the defender was trying to get it twice. I almost had it once, and then the second defender actually got it the second time.
So Reedy
around.
across the top hooks up and gets it downfield to the Colony Cougar 21 where he's brought down and loses the football in the process, but they're going to call it a dead ball. And it's 8:22. Reedy on the move here, 1st and 10 from that spot. It'll be handed. Oh, no, flea flicker, double reverse. Here he comes around the right side. Colony Cougar defense not fooled, though. And the Cougars bring him down at the, 14-yard line, 13-yard line?
13-yard line.
He's going to pick up 7 on that. It'll be 2nd and 3 as Reedy now moving the football. 7:58 to play in the third quarter as the Reedy's now showing the run game here and doing quite well with it. Out of the shotgun, 2 wideouts to the left. Wing T to the left. Slot back in the game, and it'll be a keeper by the 1 back, and he'll drive it down to the 5-yard line as Reedy will have 1st and goal from the 5. And it's 7:32 to play in the quarter. Your Cougars leading 42-6. They're about to give up 6, though, if they're not careful here. Reedy knocking at the door. 1st and goal from the 5. It'll hand off to the fullback who's got plenty of room to run, and he'll take that one in for 6. And Reedy on the board again at 42-12 as Reedy draws first blood here in the second half against the Colony Cougars. With 7:17 to play in the third quarter, your Colony Cougars give up 6 on what was some really good, sparked by the cross down the middle of the field off the wing tee.
Yeah, that was a big pass play there.
And Reedy will come out now for the PAT. unsuccessful in the first attempt. Now they'll try for the second round of that. Kicker's lining up here. And sets down, snap is away, a little hard to hold. Oh, and it's blocked.
Blocked.
And Reedy will cover it up. They'll be unsuccessful on the second attempt of a PAT. And your Colony Cougars hold Reedy to 12 points here. And it's 42-12 with 7:17 to go in the third quarter. Your Colony Cougars now need to get this thing untracked and answer with 6 here, Garnett, to kind of start to smooth this thing out.
Well, that wing T option pass has been there. Reedy has tried to hit it a couple of times earlier in the half. They've just, for some reason, the quarterback was throwing darts instead of just leading the receiver to the ball.
Well, if you notice, that ball was thrown with a little more finesse.
Yes, and that time he was actually able to throw it instead of throwing a fastball.
Yeah, instead of looking like a missile launcher.
Yes.
So your Colony Cougars now need to come out and show the same prowess they showed in the first quarter, or in the first half, I should say, and get this ball down the field. Reedy will come out with their kickoff team. The Colony Cougars, of course, with the receiving team. Cougars are lining it up here. We'll see what happens. And Reedy sets up. Here comes the kicker. The kick is away. He drives it deep into the end zone, and they're going to try to run this one out. I'm not sure that's a wise move. Here he comes down the right side. He's got a little bit of a lane. Breaks a tackle at the 20. Here he goes. Breaks another tackle at the 25. Squirts down past the 30. They're going to mark this thing at about the 33. Is that what it looks like?
That's what it looks like to me.
And it'll be first down Cougars at the Colony 33-yard line. That was a nice return, caught about midway in the end zone. So let's give him that'll be a 33-yard return on the kickoff. And the Cougars now come out to try to make something happen here in the second half. Reedy's defense a little more savvy this time around the Colony Cougars offense, and the Cougars will come up twins on either side. Harrington out of the shotgun, snaps away. He steps straight back in the pocket. Plenty of time, lets the ball go. It's caught by number 3, Gonzalez, who's run down from behind and tackled at about the 46-yard line. It'll be a Cougar first down. Gonzalez needs to get up.
I think he got twisted up on as he was sprinting up the field.
I think he's cramping.
Is he cramping?
I think Gonzalez is cramping.
Yeah, he was cramping last week as well.
That boy needs to get on a regimen of pickle juice.
Get some salts down, and then you got another. You got a Frisco player down over here at the. He's cramping too. They're stretching that calf muscle out.
Yeah.
He's down about the 34-yard line as a trainer. Tries to massage that muscle out.
So the Colony Cougars all having cramps everywhere. We'll see what happens. And it looks like Reedy's got a player down over there, too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, he's the one that's down.
Everybody's cramped. The second, and, the hard thing about that, Garnett, what causes that is they go in at halftime, they're sitting for 30 minutes, and their body has a chance to let everything relax. And then they come out, they get a surge of adrenaline, get that lactic acid going, and now they're cramping.
Yeah, you gotta be stretching at halftime.
Cougars line up, twins on either side. Harrington out of the shotgun, takes a snap, steps straight back now, scrambles to his left. He's under pursuit. He lets the ball fly deep. Oh, did he catch it?
I think
he caught it, but did he stay in? Oh, they're going to say he went out of bounds, but he was inbounds.
Wow.
That boy stutter stepped and kept both feet in on that one. Oh, my goodness, that was a horrible call by the ref, who, by the way, was not anywhere near the play because they outran him.
Yes, they did.
We got to get some fit referees down here, fellas. And the Colony Cougars will bring that one back. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Reedy 46-yard line. And the Colony Cougars will set twins out on either side of the field from the right hash mark. Harrington will go into the shotgun with his fullback to his right. Snaps away. They'll hand it to the fullback, the freshman. He'll bring it out about 2-3 yards. Just trying to run a little clock off, I think. 6:36 to play in the quarter. And the Colony Cougars trying to get this ball down the field and put 6 on the board here. You can't keep going unanswered here, Garnett. Cougars will come out now with twins on either side. Harrington out of the shotgun from the right hash mark. Snaps away. Harrington brings it in clean. He'll scramble out to his right under pressure. Looking downfield still. Harrington will run it. He'll get to pick up the first down to the 30, about the 29-yard line of the Reedy Lions. It'll be a Colony first down. And the Colony, a great scramble by Harrington as he comes out of the pocket and gets it downfield. Colony Cougars come up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from the Reedy 29-yard line. Cougars will set three out, wide out to the left, 1 to the right. That'll be little Nelson down on the right side. They'll hand it to the freshman again. He gets a hole, and he breaks down to about the 16-yard line of the
18.
Enough for the first down. The Colony Cougars will pick up yet another first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Same set. Fullback to the left. They'll hand it off to the fullback again around the right side. Not much blocking that time. It's kind of clogged up a little bit. But he'll still pick up about 3 on the carry. You keep hammering 3 yards at a pop, Garnett, and he can take this thing right into the end zone.
Hey, that's all it takes.
It'll be 2nd down and about 7 from the 16-yard line of the Reedy Lions. Colony Cougars, twins on either side. Snaps away. Harrington on the move again. He's got to get around the left edge. He's looking downfield. Throws it across body to
Oh, my goodness.
to the back of the end zone.
He squeezed that in there.
And he caught that. He squeezed it between 2 defenders.
Was that Nelson?
To number 4, Benji Nelson in the back of the end zone. And Benji is probably the only player on the field standing straight up that can catch a ball at the knee level. And he brings that one in for 6 points. Good job, Benji. Told you that boy would come through in a clutch. That brings the Colony Cougars to 48-12 with 5:05 to go. What a great catch in the back of the end zone, and a great scramble to the left, but throw back across your body right-handed to the back of the end zone to a super small target. And now the Cougars will go for 2, and I think they kind of jacked that up. But
yeah, they bobbled the snap there.
Bobbled the snap and then threw it long out of the end zone. That's just to keep the defender off of it. And so your Colony Cougars now will come away 48-12 with 5:05 to go as they answer the early score by the Reedy Lions, and your Colony Cougars still out ahead of the Lions here at Tommy Briggs Stadium in the Colony, Texas. If you're not here, you're missing a good one tonight, folks. And that Benji Nelson got, you don't really pick him up because he's so small. and then they find him open in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
And Mikey has the presence to stay calm, rushing to his left. There's 3 guys pursuing him, and then he throws it back across the field into a crack about a man wide.
Yeah, I mean,
unbelievable.
And I don't know how it squeezed between all those defenders, but and Nelson standing right there for the touchdown.
So the Lions will set up for the kick return. Your Cougars set up for the kickoff.
Well, and there's been a lot of Nelsons come through here.
Benji's the last one.
Is Benji the last one?
He the last of the Mohicans, or the Nelsons, as it were. But
yeah, so they've had a lot of success through this Cougar program.
Well, and all them boys are pretty quick, pretty fast.
They've all been fast, yes.
And just Benji, he came up short on
I've coached
on the
against
height.
a couple of them, and it was hard to cover them.
So the Colony will kick this one deep into the end zone. He catches it about 3/4 of the way to the back of the end zone. Here he comes out. And apparently he didn't pay attention in the locker room when they said, don't run the football out of the end zone.
Well, he got his 25.
He got his 25, but he was starting at the back by the cones by the stinking
his average is
goal.
He still got 25-yard average.
Well, no, because he brought down at the 12.
Oh,
right, so he only got 22.
Yeah, they didn't tell him. They didn't tell him that his average didn't start crosses the goal line.
So the Reedy Lions take over 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Bad mistake. And the Colony Cougars line up. They'll bring out twins to the right out of the wing T formation. They'll mess around there. Kind of a bobbled up snap and really a poor execution of the single wing. And they're brought down. Maybe you picked up a yard. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see where they sat that egg. No, they set it down. They picked up a yard on the play. Well, nope. They sat it back at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the same spot. Twins out to the left. Wing T to the right, out of the wing T formation, leaving the quarterback in there, so you know they're going to throw this football. Here they go, play action. He keeps it, goes downfield on that play action pass again, and he drops it again. That young man is going to have a really long film day tomorrow morning when he sees that he has dropped 5 footballs in the middle of the field, wide open, and that one, my friend, hit him right in the chest.
It hit him.
That quarterback finessed that ball right on the numbers, and he flat dropped it.
Yeah.
So Reedy now in a hole with 3rd and 10 from their own, 13-yard line, trying to make some magic happen. They're going to put twins out to the right, one out to the left, out of a basically a T formation with the fullback to the left. They'll put him in motion to the right. And here he goes. They're gonna get rung up for a false start. Oh my gosh! Oh, my gosh. They should have blown that one dead before that happened as number 10 comes across with a high-low tackle on the quarterback. Oh, my gosh. Gage Guerrera put the smack down on the quarterback. That was ugly.
Yeah, because
oh, my gosh.
As the quarterback is scrambling to the right, he does not see the defender that was pushed up the field by the tackle, which is what you want to do. But as he's scrambling, he runs right into the tackle. Wow, did he get smashed.
Well, with somebody low on the back of him. I mean, he got high load on that tackle. That was ugly. Wow.
I'm surprised he bounced up.
I am too. I'm surprised he didn't break something on that play. Holy cow, Reedy's going to call a timeout. Wow, that was just flat ugly. Oh, my gosh. So it's going to be 4th down and about 12, I think. Yeah, 4th and 12 from the 11-yard line of the Reedy Lions. Reedy really trying to dig out of a hole here. Wow, that was a crazy defensive hit on that quarterback.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Wow, he did not see that coming. And the thing was, he got hit right. I mean, just squared up in the chest.
Oh, yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, my gosh.
One of them tackles that you hit on a tackling dummy in practice.
He's going to wake up tomorrow morning and wonder why his sternum has got a massive bruise on it. Oh, man. So they line up in the punt formation. The poor punter is really short on this one. He's about 2-3 yards deep in the end zone. Colony Cougars will put up two deep men. This punter clearly has the ability to get this thing downfield. He'll punt it from the 1-yard line. Oh, he punts it straight up. Bad muff. And it's gonna hit out of bounds and then bounce back in the field at the 41-yard line of the Reedy Lions. So the Colony Cougars will get great field position on the punt, and they'll come out with a 1st down from the Reedy 41. 1st and 10 as your Colony Cougars now trying to continue to stomp on the neck of the Reedy Lions here, leading 48-12 with 3:44 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Your Colony Cougars stepping on the accelerator and not letting up. 3 trips out to the right, single out to the left, Miller to the single side. Harrington, it's not Harrington in the back anymore. It's our backup quarterback.
That's Harrington.
Oh, yeah, it is.
He
Harrington,
switched numbers this year.
Harrington will fire it down the field. It's caught, looks like. That was number 9 that caught that football, right?
Yeah, that's your
Blake Uselton. And the Colony Cougars come out twins on either side of the football. Nope, they'll put trips out to the left from the right hash mark. Harrington out of the shotgun with his fullback to his right. They're going to hand it to the freshman and give him the call. He'll bring it up to the line of scrimmage, stopped right there, dead in his tracks. He's got to get to the hole quicker, Garnett. He's a little slow off the starting line.
Yeah, I think
hole was there, just closed up by the time he got there.
Yeah, he's got to read it a little bit faster. I definitely agree with you.
So it's going to be second down from the 25-yard line of the Lions. Cougars now trying to generate some offense here as we'll get a timeout. And who called that timeout?
I think the ref called a timeout. It looks like
we got a media timeout by the referee, so we got a commercial break here, folks.
Yeah, it looks like we got another cramping down there. It looks like the running back there, Camden, is cramping up after that tackle because he immediately went down. I was watching him.
So Wesley, the freshman's getting a dose of varsity football here with a big cramp. Looks like a calf cramp on his right leg. Man, those things are painful, too.
Oh, yeah.
They need to just bring out a water bottle of pickle juice, man. That has solved that problem in, like, literally seconds.
Yeah, you can tell he's gingerly.
So they'll pull Wesley off the field, get the cramp ironed out of that calf muscle. And Harrington will be accompanied by big number 33, Robert Vesley, who is a much larger running back and a junior, I believe. So here we go. Vesley gets the call right up the middle of the field. He's still running. He almost picked up the first down. Picks up about, I'm going to say 6 yards on the run. 7 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 1 from the 18-yard line of the Lions. Colony Cougars moving the football. They'll give it to Vesley again. He'll try to pick up the first down as he's, what in the world is he doing?
Oh, ran through some arm tackles.
He runs, breaks, let's call it a dozen tackles on the left side, bounces out, comes out around, looks like he made a huge mistake, finds a little green to run, scampers around, and ends up picking up the first down. They'll spot the ball at the Lion, let's say, 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from that spot. Cougars line up, twins on either side. Right hash mark, Harrington out of the shotgun.
Ball was snapped on the
Ball
ground.
will snap, and Harrington's going to get brought down for a loss at the 20-yard line. Really
Come on, ref, blow the whistle.
bad snap. Are they going to let him mug him all night long, or are they going to protect him a little bit?
That's what I'm talking about. Please blow the whistle.
Holy cow, he's down there just letting him pile on. So Harrington now has a tough luck on the snap.
Yeah, center instead of snapping the ball, rolled the ball back.
Be 2nd and 17 from the Lion 20. And Harrington steps back in the shotgun once again. Under pressure. Harrington scrambling. Looks like it's going to be incomplete in the end zone. Somehow he got the ball off. He was under a lot of pressure. Had to scramble back and forth, make several switchbacks.
Yeah, he did.
I
thought he was going to pull the old Donovan McNabb that they did on Cowboys a couple of years ago, where he was running back and forth across the field 5 or 6 times.
I thought he was going to throw it out the end of the end zone, but he was actually trying to hit a receiver down there that was covered up. So here we go. It'll be 3rd and 17 from the 20-yard line. Colony Cougars sputtering a little bit. Twins on either side out of the shotgun from the middle of the field. Harrington steps back. His pocket collapses a little bit, but it's intercepted by the Lions at the 20-yard line. So the Lions will take over 1st and 10 from the 20. And
man, he was trying to hit Miles, and he threw it behind Miles. I think he thought Miles was going to sit down and wait behind the screen. Miles was cutting through the screen, and Mikey threw it behind him.
Perfect strike to the defender, and the Colony Cougars now will turn it over. And your Lions will come out here and see what they can do. With 51 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, your Colony Cougars lead 48-12. And the Lions line up in the single wing to the right, twins to the left, and here we go. It's handed off, and the bowling balls continues to roll as they pick up another first down with that single wing offense. And lined up to the right, brought it crossed to the left tackle, And the interesting thing about this, Garnett, is they're running the wing T, wildcat, single wing, whatever you want to call it, but they're letting their running backs run naked. I don't understand that.
Yeah, they're running it behind the motion. There's that.
Oh, that was a nice throw right to the shoulder pad of the defender behind the receiver.
Yeah, they was coming back to that same. One receiver coming down the field, and if everybody's pinching in on the run to stop the run, you try to slip that tight end behind the defenders.
So the Colony Cougars now knock one down, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Out of the right wing tee with twins out to the right. It'll be handed to the fullback coming across. Oh, man, and he is snagged at the 26-yard line behind the line of scrimmage about 7 yards.
And he was being held, too.
And there was a big flag thrown as well.
There's lots of yellow down.
And so it looked like he shook off a hold on the play and managed to make the tackle anyway.
I think they're going to decline.
Yeah, they ought to decline that one. Have them lose the down, and they're still backed up almost 10 yards on the play. Excellent athleticism by that defensive end that made that stop.
Yep, they're going to accept it. Make it a 2nd and.
Why would you accept that? I don't get it. Decline that, coach, and have them lose the down. Oh, he's still trying to figure out the math here.
It's 3rd and 15, or you make it 2nd and 20, 25, or 20. Make it 3rd.
3rd and 15 all day long. Yep, 3rd and 15. They're going to decline the penalty. Good call, coach. And the Reedy Lions now will have 3rd down from their own 28-yard line.
They may let the clock run out here, and then they'll switch ends of the field.
And they're going to let this one run down. So the end of the 3rd quarter, your Colony Cougars lead the Reedy Lions 48-12 here in Tommy Briggs Stadium in the Colony, Texas. And the Cougars are on a roll tonight as they are giving an offensive football lesson to the Reedy Lions. Much different result than from a year ago when the Reedy Lions had a one whopper of an offensive team, very explosive. And the Colony Cougars just simply could not hang in that race.
Well, the score, I went back and looked at the box score from last year. I mean, the difference in the game, even though it was kind of one-sided, the Cougars was putting points on the board. It was 24-24 at the end of the 3rd quarter. The problem is the Cougars didn't score in the 4th quarter, and Reedy put up a touchdown and a safety, and that was pretty much the ball game.
Yeah, it was. Well, and they kept the Cougars pinned in their end of the field the whole 4th quarter.
And that's why we got the safety. But, I mean, Reedy did outplay us last year. They, it was a good ball game. This one right here, it's all Cougars all the way.
Yep. So the Colony Cougars now coming out in the 4th quarter, clock running, and
Reedy still trying to pass that ball and get it up the field.
Reedy unsuccessful there. They're going to have to bring out the punt team, looks like.
No, I think they gave him the catch. I don't think – no, they did. They finally called it incomplete. Okay. Looks like he was trying to give him the catch at first.
So the punt team comes out, and the Colony Cougars set 2 deep. Punter so far, I mean, that first punt, he drove that thing down the field, and now he's sputtering on every other punt.
Right.
He's hitting them high, but, man, hang time don't do any good if he's only getting it 10 yards down the field.
Yeah.
From the 15, he'll punt the football. Snaps away. It's good. He's got plenty of time. Kick is away. He gets this one down the field a little bit.
He gets a foot on this one. Oh, get in front.
Why in the world are the Colony Cougars letting that thing roll, man? Call a fair catch and bring it down at the 30.
I think they both looked at each other and said, I got it. No, I got it. And
so the Colony Cougars are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line or 9-yard line. Put themselves in a big hole here.
Yeah, they got to work on that one. That was they didn't communicate between each other on that one.
Didn't. So the Cougars now will have to come out and see what kind of metal they're made out of to get this thing driven down the field here. Put another 6 points on the board. 11:40 to go here in the ball game with your Colony Cougars leading 48-12. Again, next week we'll be over at Northwest, the Northwest Stadium on the far side of Fort Worth, playing the Byron Nelson away. So it'd be a great time for you to take a road trip with the family, come out, see the Colony Cougars, support your local team, and see a good ball game against the Byron Nelson.
Yeah, again, that game will be at Northwest ISD Stadium.
Colony Cougars line up, twins out to the left, single to the wide out to the right. It's going to be a keeper around to the left side as Harrington trying to push this ball up the field a little bit. He's stopped cold in his tracks, maybe a yard behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see where the Zebras spot this one. They're going to bring it back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 9-yard line. Colony Cougars struggling here just a little bit to get on track deep in their own territory. 11:17 clock running. As the Cougars come out, twins to the right, wide out to the left on the numbers. They'll put the tight end tight to the left side of the set. Harrington in the shotgun. Oh, it's not Harrington. It's our backup quarterback, number 19, Jonathan Robertson. And Robertson will hand it off, and it'll come out to about the 12-yard line. Coach trying to get these younger players a little playing time tonight without muffing a game here, which is a good idea.
Yeah, you gotta have some depth as you go into the playoffs. And if you want to make a deep run, everybody has to be able to contribute.
So Robertson from the steering wheel here at the offensive set will step up and see if he can drive this team down the field with number 23 at his side, that being Caden Blakemore. He'll be on the left side of Robertson. Robertson will fake the handoff. It'll be a keeper up the middle of the field. Robertson's got some wheels on him too. He brings it down, picks up about 6 on the carry.
Oh man, he was so close to making that first down too.
He was a yard off. So Robertson will bring the punt team over. The Cougars will turn the ball over on punt, and we'll see if we can get this thing down the field as the Colony Cougars falter a little bit with their B team here deep in their own territory. Punter will be set up at about the 3-yard line, so he's going to have to drive this ball to get it down the field. He needs to drive it to the right side of the field where there is absolutely no deep man. Snap is away. It's good. A lot of pressure. It's driven low. It's going to get a good bounce, though. It takes a Cougar bounce down to the 45-yard line, and the Colony Cougars defense will come out and try and hold the Reedy Lions in their end of the field as the Lions come out 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. 9:18 to play in the ball game. The Reedy Lions trail the Colony Cougars 48-12 here in Tommy Briggs Stadium in the Colony, Texas.
Yeah, and that series right there, that was really a change of possessions by the punt, Reedy, that the Cougars let roll instead of picking up.
So the Cougars line up on defense. Reedy twins to the left, nobody to the right. They're going to run a wing tee off the left side, and he's got lots of room to run down that edge. Lots of green. He's brought down at about the Colony 37-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Reedy Lions. Reedy now running the football at will against the Colony Cougars. I'm guessing that they got a lot of second stringers in there on defense right now trying to get a little game time. And, with 9 minutes to go, let the clock run and let these kids play football. So here we go. Reedy out of the wing tee, set to the right. Slot back out, and they're going to – here it comes. Quarterback had a man wide open downfield.
He didn't want to let it go.
Did not pull the trigger and is sacked at the 40-yard line.
How do you not let that go? You were not going to overthrow him.
Unbelievable as Reedy is brought down at the 40-yard line. A loss of about 4 or 5 on the play. Loss of 3. And the Reedy quarterback just refused to pull the trigger with a man wide open downfield. He'll put up twins to the left, right set wing tee, and the ball will be snapped to the one back. Oh, it's snapped high. He bobbles it, brings it down, and is going to have to keep it. He gets it. He picks up the lost 4 yards back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the Colony 38. as Reedy still trying to dig themselves out of the hole here. And the Colony defense missed an opportunity there to either capitalize on a turnover or at least stop Reedy with another loss. But
yeah, I don't think they were stunting in that one. They had a pretty good rush, but just didn't bring the ball down.
So Reedy will put 3 out on the left side, 1 to the right. See, that set right there looks not legal. They'll throw it across the field under pressure, but he throws it too high, and he's back to throwing darts because he's under pressure. Incomplete. Reedy will have 4th down and 10 from the 38. We'll see if Reedy's going to go for it here or if they're going to try to punt it and put the Colony Cougars in a deep hole again. Looks like they're going to give her a whirl and try to pick this first down up with 4th and 10. 3 wide outs to the left. Reedy with 1 onto the right. Quarterback steps back in the pocket, lets it fly. It's caught at the 30, at the 24, and he scampers down to about the Colony 18. As Reedy picks up a first down with 7:18 to go in the ball game, marching down on the Cougars, trailing 48-12. Your Reedy Lions now are headed to pay dirt, and man, the Colony Cougar defense had an opportunity to hold them there.
Yeah, they were
and
playing
let that one get loose.
They were playing a soft cover 2 on that one, and he found a little zone, sat down, and Reedy quarterback was able to hit him.
So the Colony Cougars now come out. Oh, throws it across the top in the end zone, back of the end zone, and that'll be a touchdown as Reedy scores 6 here on the Colony Cougars. Nice play by Reedy as they break a guy wide open across the middle at the back, in the back of the end zone, and the quarterback, even though he did throw a dart high, managed to bring it down. So that'll bring us to 48-18 as your Colony Cougars give up another 6 here in the early in the 4th quarter with 6:43 to play. Reedy sets up for the PAT, which they've struggled with tonight. And let's see what happens here as they set it up again. Snap is away, holds good, the kick is up, and it is good. So Reedy finally puts a PAT on the board, and it'll be 48-19 with 6:43 to go. And the Colony Cougars need to answer his, Garnett, just for no other reason but for, just say we did.
You're still up by 29 points, but you still want to play good all the way through the game. You have a really outstanding defense. I hate giving up points like that. It hurts against your stats, and I mean I know everybody cares about stats, and but at the same time you want to give everybody a chance to play the game. That's the reason why they came out to tryouts and practice, and they're putting the same time in as some of the other guys that do get playing time. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you don't let that other team get back in the game.
So with 6:43 to go in the ball game, Colony Cougars are going to try to get this football and move it down the field as they've struggled here in the 4th quarter to try and get any offensive movement going. Now, granted, they're playing with their backup players, but still, they ought to be able to move the football a little bit.
Yeah.
So the Cougars will put 3 deep men on the kickoff.
Well, and let's see here now, Reedy scored. Let's see if they kick off or if they try to do an onside kick here. You got to be ready.
Reedy looks like they're lining up to kick this thing to Little Elm. And here we go. The kick is kicked deep, and it's going to be caught at about the 1-yard line. And you know what? That was dumb. He signaled a fair catch and caught it at the 1.
No, but if you call fair catch, I think you still get it at the 25, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for. So the Colony Cougars take over 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 25. And the Colony Cougars now bring their offense out onto the field. The little powwow with the coach. They'll have their backup quarterback, number 19, Jonathan Robertson. The fullback will be number 23, Caden Blakemore. Snap is away. He'll hand it to Blakemore around the left side. Blakemore running fairly good. Picks up a couple of yards on the scamper. And it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 27-yard line. As Robertson now brings his squad up to the line. Wide out to the left, twins to the right. He'll have a fullback to his right. Looking to the sideline to clarify the play. Robertson out of the shotgun. Snap is away. He's going to hand it to the fullback again as Blakemore brings it up to the 30. He's going to get hosed on the spot, though. They're going to spot it at the 29. It'll be 3rd and about 6. As the Cougars really, really need to get this football and move the chains, Garnett. Chew up some time. 5 minutes to go.
Well, they are chewing up time as they're holding the ball to the play clock winds down.
Well, I think the coaching staff is holding the play because they're waiting until the very last minute to call it. And then Robertson comes up to the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Robertson takes the snap, hands it to Blakemore again. Blakemore scrambles up, picks up another yard or two. And that'll bring us to the Colony punt unit. As the B team puts up 6 yards, it'll be 4th and 4 from the 31-yard line. And the Colony punt squad will come out and see if they can't put the Lions in a hole here. Lions still trying to stay in the game, and why not? They got 4 minutes to go. Trailing 48-19 as Colony Cougars set up for the punt. New punter number 9. That's Uselton giving it the punt. And it'll be fair caught at the 35-yard line of the Reedy Lions. They'll spot it at the 36. How can you spot that ball at the 36-yard line? He was standing dead to right on the line on the field when he caught the football and waved for a fair catch. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's where the ball is and not where your body is.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only thing
You want to do with some really long arms to catch that ball. So out of the shotgun, Reedy comes up the line of scrimmage, twins to the left, single to the right. They'll hand it to the fullback coming around the left side. He turns the corner.
Oh,
he's met by the cornerback. Oh, straight up and dumped at the line of scrimmage. That boy's wondering what planet he's on. And our cornerback, I seriously think that he's not feeling good right now. He laid a lick on that running back, and I think he was giving up about 50 pounds on that exchange.
Yep.
Wow. So Reedy comes out. They'll put 2 wideouts, a wideout each side.
Watch the slant here now.
And the quarterback out of the shotgun from the left hash mark. He'll take the snap, looks to the flat, caught in the flat, and he's hit, bumped back, and breaks the tackle. And the Colony Cougars, they got to work up on wrapping, man. This right cornerback is just having a bad night. Number 8, Pendleton, is just having a tough time wrapping up receivers. The Colony Cougars now, defensive lining up, kind of playing a little soft in the secondary as the Reedy Lions come out with the trips to the right. Out of the shotgun, left hash mark. Snap is away. It's high, dropped by the quarterback, and he's going to have to cover it up at the 39-yard line. Fellas, you don't have to tackle him after he's touched the ground.
Yeah,
it's dead.
Just touch him.
But, of course, I blame that on the ref because he could have blown that dead. And, by the way, ref, he fell down at the 39, not at the 40. So the Reedy Lions now will have a second.
That one was where his body was and not the ball.
Second down and 17 from the 40-yard line as Reedy lines up twins either side. Here they come. Reedy rolls out to the right. Quarterback, he's going to throw a balloon down the field, and it's caught.
Oh, my goodness.
At the 30-yard line and thrown out of bounds.
Did they say he didn't catch it?
And they're going to say he was out of bounds when he caught that football.
Oh, wow. It looks like I thought he was in. Maybe
he totally was in.
Maybe he had a toe tap out.
Wow. So Reedy gets hosed on that call. It'll be 3rd and 17 from the 40-yard line as Reedy comes up to the line of scrimmage. Wide out to the right, twins to the left. Reedy from the left hash mark. Out of the shotgun, fullback to the right of the quarterback. Oh, no, fullback will shift to the left. Reedy in the pocket, under pressure. Oh, and he throws it across the middle, and boy, he is met by a mighty in-the-armpit tackle, and number 88 can't put a handle on it. And the Colony Cougars will force a punt turnover here as Reedy is, 4th and 17 from the 40-yard line, and they're going to have to punt this ball. Punter will be set up at about the 25. Colony Cougars, they need to put a guy deep.
They're not going to put anybody deep.
Don't let the B team come out here on the 3-yard line again.
They're going to let it roll.
Oh, this is terrible. 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go. They're going to let it roll because it takes up time. Oh, he kicked that thing out the end of the end zone. And there it goes for a touchback. And the Colony Cougars will take over on the 20-yard line with 2:16 to go in the quarter and the ball game.
Yeah, now when he needed to give it some air.
He needed to punch that one up high, and he needed to let it drop at about the 30 and roll.
Let his team get up under.
Instead, he drove that thing. I mean, He finally got into one.
I will say that receiver even thought he was out of bounds because he had that ball, even though he had it in his hands, and he immediately raced back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, really? Okay.
And the Colony Cougars come out now. With Robertson and Caden Blakemore. Caden Blakemore, he wants the football again. He says, Coach, I can run this thing to the end zone.
There he goes. Oh, somebody missing us.
Ooh, they bulldogged that boy, and he's dropped for a loss of about 2 as Blakemore is having a rough night running behind a B-string line. And Robertson happy to give it to him. And the Colony Cougars now have 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Minute 57, clock running. They'll let this thing run down. Cougars are going to be close to letting this thing run out. It'd be nice, though, if this little B team could move the chains. Snaps away. They're going to hand it to Blakemore, and he cuts up the field off the left tackle. And he'll pick up about 2 on the scamper back up to the 21. It'll be 3rd and 9 from that spot. And the Colony Cougar B-string still on the roll here, trying to move this football up the field, move the chains. With a minute 28 to play, 48-19, your Colony Cougars lead the Reedy Lions here at Tommy Briggs Stadium. Colony Cougars come to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun with twins to the right, one single to the left. It'll be handed to Blakemore once again. He tries to squeeze through there, but he's stopped up at the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up 1. Doubt it. Punt squad will come out for the Colony Cougars now with 4th and 8 from the 22-yard line, and the Cougars will punt this thing away with 45 seconds to go. Clock running. And your Colony Cougars now are going to try to waste as much time as they can getting the squad on the field and punting this football.
And so they should. Excellent ball game by the Cougars.
27 seconds to go. 7-6 on the clock, shot clock.
I think they're going to call a timeout right with 1 second. Now they got to do is get lined up for the punt. Then Reedy will run a couple of plays probably, and
well, not if they can punt this thing away from the deep man and let it roll. It'd probably run most of that 19 seconds off.
Yeah.
Because the clock is going to start when they snap it. So Colony Cougars and the Reedy Lions trying to figure out what to do here on this punt return. Reedy's trying to put some more points on the board here.
I think they're going to come all out for this. All out for this pop. They're going to try a punt block.
So your Colony Cougars now lining up for the punt. Reedy stacking the line, going to try to block this thing.
They got everybody on the line.
They got everybody. They're bringing a kitchen sink to the line here. Reedy piling it deep. And the Colony Cougars trying to get a punt away. Snap is back, and the punt is away. Caught at the Reedy 45. What in the world was that? It was like he went to get hit, and he juked, and then
he fell.
and his legs quit working. That was weird.
Yeah. So 9 seconds left in the game. Let's see.
9 seconds to play here as the Colony Cougars trying to hold on to a lead.
Coach, send everybody deep. Don't let them throw a Hail Mary.
Over the Reedy Lions as they lead 48-19. Reedy clearly not a chance on the blue planet to pull this one out now. And the Colony Cougars just trying to keep them honest, and they pull out all the stops. Everybody wide, twins on either side. Quarterback, lone man in the backfield. He'll check it out to the flat.
They're gonna go flea flicker.
Reedy's gonna get bulldogged out of bounds at about the
and that's gonna be your ball game.
Colony Cougars 38-yard line, and that'll be the game as your Colony Cougars come away at home against the Reedy Lions, 48-19. Excellent job by the Colony Cougars tonight to give a football clinic to those in attendance, and the Colony Cougars look strong. If they come into district this good, Garnett, they might have another good run at it this year.
Yeah, I mean, they were excellent. They were excellent, and this was their only loss last year until the playoff games. So if they keep up the momentum like this and keep executing, I mean, this team can go a long, long ways.
So the Colony Cougars come away 2-0 on the season now. In preseason, they're perfect tonight.
Non-district.
Non-district. And next week again at Northwest Stadium, other side of the blue planet, Fort Worth. Come see your Colony Cougars. Support your team on the road. It's always a lot of fun on a road game. Travel out, see the team, yuck it up, and
see a different
part in the stands.
Yep, see a different part of the Metroplex. Make sure you leave early, though. Game time at 7. Don't get stuck in traffic.
So the Colony Cougars come away with a big win against Reedy. Definitely a different result from last year, and that's a good thing. And the Colony Cougars, again, come out with a couple of really big plays. Mikey Harrington looking sharp as usual from the quarterback spot, throwing darts. Had a couple of key catches from receivers like Nelson in the back of the end zone. One Miller over the shoulder of a defender. Price over the shoulder of the safety.
Snagging an interception away from the safety.
Price just
took it away.
Track meeting it down the sideline, outrunning everybody on the field. The Cougars are a force to be reckoned with in the receiver corps this year, and we got a quarterback that can air it out and put it on target. That is something that the Cougars in years past have maybe struggled a little bit at, but this year seemed to be pretty strong. We're going to close this one down tonight. Your Colony Cougars walk away with a big W, 48-19 over the Reedy Lions. We'll let you enjoy the rest of the sounds and sights of the ball game. I'm Jeff with Garnett in the booth, Kevin and JR on the cameras, and as always, Wes on the board, doing a great job producing this whole mess. We'll see you next week against Byron Nelson. Have a good week. Hope to see you on the road.